Yes. Hi friends. So good morning to all. Now I want to start. Okay. So Unix or Linux. Unix or Linux, sir, which is very important topic, sir, for real time for every person. Okay. Sir, in the working, being a developer or tester or database admin, everyone should compulsory having the idea related to the Unix, related to this Unix, sir. Sir, do you know? So actually my role was Java developer. Okay, sir, and then even I covered, I took there are several sessions for Python. Okay, even for Python area also. But why suddenly Unix or Linux I started? What is the reason for that? Is in the market currently the biggest trending technology is DevOps. Okay, do you know, right? DevOps. If you want to learn DevOps, Linux must be required. Remember that. Next, if you want to learn the Hadoop, compulsory Linux knowledge must be required. If you want to become tester, sir, compulsory Linux background must be required. Remember that. If you want to be developer, compulsory Linux background must be required. Remember that. Okay. So, yes, friends. Yes. So everywhere Linux background must be required. Remember that a bit very carefully about this terminology, right? Yes, friends. So there is some audio issue we are facing. So do you know, here just to take a bit very special care about this one. So why suddenly this Unix or Linux I started? Sir, actually I was coming from Java background and a Python background, right? Sir, why suddenly I started? I realized the importance of Linux. Remember this one. If you want to learn DevOps, compulsory you should have clear clarity on the Linux. If you want to learn Hadoop, compulsory prerequisite is the Linux. Next, if you want to become tester, compulsory Linux knowledge must be required. Next up, for any developer, any application developer, either Java background or Python background, sir, most of applications, irrespective of programming language, are going to be hosted on Linux machines. Remember this one, sir. Linux machines, right? Okay. Like please make sure you people should have clear clarity about this terminology, right? Okay, well, sir, next, if you are working on, sir, PLSQL, okay, if you are working on PLSQL or Oracle DBS, Oracle database admins, Oracle database admins, compulsory Linux knowledge must be required. So Linux is everywhere it is required, friends. Remember, that's why. So suddenly, sir, this Linux just important. This is the reason. So actually my plan was to start DevOps, but to start DevOps, compulsory Linux must be required. That's why I was started Linux. But really a beautiful concept, compulsory you people should have clear clarity about this terminology, right? Okay, remember. So everywhere, friends, everywhere, even machine learning, data science, everywhere, compulsory this Linux knowledge must be required, because your cloud platforms, most of the clouds are hosted on Linux only. Remember this one. All cloud platforms, majority of the cloud platforms hosted on Linux only. That's why please make sure you people should have clear clarity about this one, sir. That is, so I'm sure I worked almost 5 years in IBM as a Java developer. Do you know? So there are n number of times I contacted a Linux admin, just a small comments. Remember this one. Array, I want to search. This is my requirement. I want to search for that. I want to search. This is my requirement. Can you please guide? Can you please guide? What is the command I require to use? This is, sir, several times I asked, even for just a small basic commands also. That's why. So being developer, compulsory, highly recommended, better to go for what okay, this is best compulsory. You should have clear knowledge on the Linux, irrespective of your role, either database admin or otherwise a tester or otherwise application developer or administrator, any. So compulsory this knowledge must be required. Next, 90% of real-time applications, 90% of real-time applications, real-time applications, do you know, are hosted on Linux platform. Of course, there are several reasons are there for that, but anyway, 90% of real-time applications hosted on Linux platform. That's why compulsory Linux area is the most important area for you people, right? Especially the people who are working in the companies. Yes, they can aware, they can understand my terminology. Correct, right? Anyone, can you please confirm the people who are working in the companies? Yes, friends. Can you please confirm the people who are working in the companies? Correct, right? Most of your applications, 90% of real-time application are hosted on Linux platform. Please make sure, sir. Okay, that's why. So everywhere, okay, this Linux is very important, highly required, sir. So being learner, you may not get the importance, but once you entered in the company, compulsory you people should aware, okay, Linux, the importance of Linux. That's why highly recommended, compulsory required. Okay, like sir, now as the part of Linux, sir, what things you are going to cover? Can you please explain some agenda, like some people are asking? Just have a look once, sir. Just the part one, Unix or Linux commands. Sir, this is syllabus is very important. Sir, now overview of Linux or Unix operating system. Next, Linux file system. Next, Linux installation, how you can do. Next, and after that, commands, ls command, date command, cal command. Next, how to work with the directories, how to create a directory, how to remove a directory. Okay, like how to list out the contents of the directory, like we are going to discuss several things here. Next, working with the files. Sir, how you can create a file. Okay, how you can create a file. What about hidden files? Next, like multiple things we are going to discuss. Next, comparing files, how you can compare two files, content of two files content. Next, the creation of link files. Next, WC command. What the meaning of WC command? Word count command, how you can use. Next, sorting content of the file, how you can perform sort operation for the content of the file. Next, unique content, how you can unique content, how you can do that. Unique content, how you can do that. Okay, like next, the input and output of commands and the redirection. The most valuable concepts are how you can perform redirection, how if for the command, how you can provide input, how the command is going to provide output, like we are going to discuss. Next, the piping concept, beautiful concept. You should aware. Next, how to use multiple commands in a single line. Next, regular expressions and wildcard characters, compulsory you should have clear clarity. Even for the developer role also, these regular expressions are going to play very important role. Next, the command aliasing. Okay, do you know command aliasing? Like you should have clarity. Next, and after that, locate and find commands, very important commands, right? Compression, how you can create compression and uncompression of files. Tar, gzip, gunzip, tar, gzip, gunzip, like bzip to bunzip to, like there are some compression and uncompression algorithms are there. Next, grep command, how you are going to work. A cut command. Next, the file permissions and working with the editors. This is just which is required for the shell scripting, right? Remember this one. Almost these 22 topics we are going to discuss as the part of 22 or 23 topics we are going to discuss as the part of this part one. This is just this is the part what we are going to discuss. Next, and after that, in the shell scripting, I told, right, shell scripting is going to be covered, okay, in the in other slot, shell scripting and shell programming. Yes, here just observe that. Yes, what is the here just shell scripting and shell programming part 2. What is the meaning of shell scripting? What is shell script? Shebang, and how to write the first script. Next, what about shell variables, variable substitution and command substitution, command line arguments, how to read the dynamic data from the user, worry about operators, worry about control statements, arrays, shell script functions. Next, a project on shell programming. Next, these two are a bit advanced terminology we have to discuss. Okay, this is a small project we are going to discuss on shell programming. Next, stream editor. Okay, this is a CD concept, beautiful concept, friends. Next, and after that, okay, AWK programming we have to discuss, evac programming. Next, project on evac programming, right? So these two parts we are going to discuss. Okay, next, this part anyway, Linux administration basics, sir, almost around 20% of administration part also I'm planning to cover, but don't feel whether this part is going to be covered or not. That depends on time comfort, time availability, job scheduling with cron jobs. Next, user management, how you can create user, how you can delete user, how to create a group, how to associate a user for the group and so on, everything. Next, working with PuTTY, the most commonly used tool in real time to connect with the remote Linux servers. Next, these days the people are not using PuTTY. The people are always going to use Mobaxterm and Shell. Next, how to customize open source software code. Linux is the open source. Happily, you can customize the source code of these. How you can do that? Next, process management. Next, communication commands, write, wall, message, mail, these commands. Next, how to use Gmail from the Ubuntu terminal to send the emails. Okay, next, package management, how to install a package. Next, how to get a description of a package. Next, how to uninstall a package, like we are going to discuss. Next, install and working with MySQL database, working with Java. Next, job control. Okay, foreground jobs, background jobs, whatever there. Next, no up command, what it's going to do. Yet command, memory related commands, networking commands. Next, working with WinSCP, working with FileZilla. Next, init command. Next, some important interview questions, right? Okay, that's all. These things anyway optional, that depends on the time availability. So I will talk about that, but my commitment is compulsory. Yes, these things, these 23 topics is going to be covered in this slot, and then next these topics are going to be covered as a part of shell programming, including stream editor and evac programming, right? Remember this one. Okay, that's all. This is about our syllabus, sir, what I'm going to cover. Next, this total document, so you people are going to get in the form of PDF file. Don't worry at all. So in the form of PDF, so that you can read directly by listening these videos. Nothing will be there, sir, because so each and everything is a direct classroom notes, whatever I dictated for my regular batch students, so that it is available in the form of material, right? Okay, any doubt about these things up to this? What is the syllabus, what I'm going to cover? Okay, like any doubt? Okay, sir, now I hope everyone got clearly what is the syllabus we are going to discuss as the part of this course. Sir, let me start the basic overview of Unix. Sir, can you please spell out, sir, what is Unix? Okay, anyone, can you please tell what is Unix? Yes, friends. You heard several times either Unix or Linux. Can you please tell what is Unix? Anyone, can you please tell in a single word? I want. Okay, in a single word, what is Unix? Do you know it is an operating system? It is an operating system which was created. Okay, created in 1960s. Remember this one. The operating system created in 1960s. Almost 60 years before operating system is this Unix operating system, sir. Okay, almost your father. Okay, if your father in the software, definitely he learned this one. So now you are learning. I'm sure, sir, your kids or your son, your grandsons also definitely going to learn this Unix or Linux. That much powerful operating system is the Unix. Remember this one. At your college days, you know, in your college days, Unix is there. Unix is there. Even for your kid, do you have the kids? Respond. Do you have the kids? Yes, no. Do you have the kids? Arey, why you are having the doubt in that, man? Do you have the kids? Good, good. Don't tell no. Don't tell no. So definitely you are going to get the job soon. Once you are getting the job, you will get the marriage. Automatically you will be blessed with the kids. So that's why if any person is asking, do you have the kids? So don't tell no. Soon, soon. Okay. So compulsory for your kids also. Okay. This subject is required. But your SAP, data science, and then machine learning, next Python, Java, may be available or may not be required for your kids, but definitely this Linux compulsory required, this Unix compulsory required for your kids also. That's why better to learn very carefully, at least for your kids sake. Remember, so it is an operating system which was created in 1960s. Remember, right, sir? First, what is an operating system? Just there are some people are there who are illiterates. Sir, here can you please tell what is an operating system? Suppose I want to buy a computer, sir. Assume that sir, I took one computer from the market. Okay, assume that all the devices are there. Okay, monitor, next motherboard, CPU, like all the peripherals whatever required for my computer, sir, is I took and even assembled. Okay, now one beautiful computer is ready, sir. Assume that now I want to use this computer. I want to use this computer, sir. In my computer on the desktop, one file I have to create or one folder I have to create. Okay, once you have your hardware devices, okay, to communicate with that hardware, device, some software must be required. Once that software is installed in your computer, then only you can use that computer, right? Okay, so by using some special software, user can communicate with the hardware components. That special software, which is nothing but operating system. Everyone in the position to understand, right? What is the meaning of operating system? What is the meaning? What is the meaning of operating system? Operating system means by using okay, operating system, so user can communicate with the hardware components. Sir, by mistake, assume that software is not there. I mean, operating system is not there. Then it is highly impossible to use your hardware components. Now your computer will become dumb. Your computer will become deaf. It can't listen our words. It can't do our required operations. So to use hardware components, some special software must be required. That special software is nothing but operating system. Everyone in the position to understand? Yes, friends, a layman also should understand. Okay, so after buying a computer, first thing what you have to do is you have to install, okay, operating system. Then only you can use that computer. Okay, so a special software must be required to use our hardware components. That special software itself is nothing but operating system. Remember, right? Okay, sir, now I have one small doubt, sir. Okay, this operating system which was created in 1960s, but after 60 years also, still the people are using. After 60 years also, still the people are using. Now you are telling, sir, after another 40 years also, still the people are going to use this one. Sir, how it is going to be possible? Because day to day in the technology, there are in the technology, there are n number of new things are coming. How you are going to use 60 years before created operating system? Okay, like you may have this type of doubt, sir. What is the answer for that? Yes, we are not using that base version. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. So whatever operating system which was created in 1960s was the base version. Okay, like with a lot of extensions, and improvements. Okay, with a lot of extensions and improvements to the base version. Okay, several flavors came. Several flavors. Okay, several flavors introduced by organizations or companies. Remember, these ones are very important. Several flavors came by organizations or companies. So we are using such type of flavors. Sir, whatever extensions we made, whatever improvements made to the base version, now the people are using such type of things. Or something like, have you ever heard about Red Hat Linux? Anyone, can you please tell? Have you ever heard about Red Hat Linux? Yes, friends. Yes, Red Hat Linux. Yes, some people may use Ubuntu. Yes, Ubuntu. Some people may use SetOS. Okay, SetOS. Okay, like some people may use SUSE. Like, do you know all these things are various flavors to the base version. Remember a bit very carefully. Amazon Linux, Fedora. Yes, there are multiple things are there, sir. Okay, like so all these things are by default considered, yeah, improved versions, improved flavors or extension flavors to the base version. Clear, right? Now the people are using, yes, this extended version to the base version. Like, so everyone in the position to understand? Sir, some people may have the doubt. Sir, it was created almost 60 years before. How the people are using? Array, n number of extensions already made, n number of improvements already made for that. Okay, like so such type of extended thing the people are using. Don't worry at all. So what is operating, what is Unix? Next, how the people are using after 60 years, also the same thing. Is it clear for all of you, right? Up to this, any doubt? Yes, friends, clear for all of you? What is an operating system? Of course, what is Unix? If any person is asking, yes, it is an operating system which was created in 1960s, but still the people are using, still it is the most popular operating system because several extensions and improvements came to the base version. Like, okay, that's all. Next, sir, can you please tell some important characteristics of, okay, some characteristics of Unix? Some important characteristics of Unix, sir. If any person is asking, yes, at very top level, just I want to talk one important thing, sir. Sir, the first one, it is the biggest advantage why it is very popular here. It is freeware. Correct or not? Can you please spell out? It is a freeware. Sir, if you want to use your Windows operating system, compulsory Linux must be required. Remember that. If you want to use Windows operating system, compulsory, sir, what we call license must be required. Okay, it is not freeware, but this one itself is sir, freeware. To use, we are not required to pay anything. Okay, this is the biggest advantage, right? Why it is very popular is this is also one reason. Are you getting? Yes, friends. So if any person is asking, can you please spell out what are various important characteristics of Unix or Linux? So the first thing what you have to tell, it is the freeware. Next, the second one, sir, it is very important for you people. What is the second one is it is open source software. It is open source software. Remember this one. It is the open source software. It is the freeware. It is the open source software. Okay, like what is the meaning of open source software? Okay, what it means is, sir, do you know, it is just take a bit very special care. If the source code is open, sir. If this source code is not going to fulfill your requirement, what I will do is I will perform some changes to this source code. I will perform some changes to this source code, and I can tell that this is Durga Soft Linux. Are you getting right? So this is Durga Soft Linux, like sir, HP Unix or IBM AIX, something like you may have. So most of the companies followed by, sir, their Linux or Unix flavor. Okay, like so, sir, it is not going to fulfill my requirement. Sir, to fulfill my requirement, I can perform the required changes for this source code, and sir, I will introduce it is the Durga Soft Linux flavor. Like so, are you in the position to understand, right? Yes, friends. Okay, Swaroop. Now is it Now I hope you can understand what is the difference between freeware and the open source. Freeware means you are not required to pay anything, man. Anything. Freeware. Have you observed? You are not required to pay anything. Freeware. Next, open source. Open source software means sir, source code is open. You can customize a source code based on our requirement. Clear, Swarup? Okay, like next, Sauro is asking, it is the freeware, then there may be a chance of hacking. No chance at all. Here, security is more. What is the reason? That part I will take care. Don't worry at all. So, hacking, security is more when compared with Windows. Okay, now here just open source means nothing, man. Source code is open. Suppose here observe that. Have you ever heard about date command is there? Date command is there in the Linux or Unix. You were right. Why respond? Date command is there in the Linux. So this date command is going to provide date and time of the current system. Date and time it is going to provide. Now my requirement is, array, this date command not this is not going to fulfill my requirement. Can I change source code? Can I change source code of the date command or not? Yes, you can open the source code of the date command. You can perform required changes, no problem at all. How you can do that? That part already I told in our material is there. Definitely I will show. Don't worry at all. Okay. Here just have a look once about this part. Okay. How to customize open source software code. Okay, Ashish, ready? Just there is a way is there how you can customize open source software code. Sir, where you can access this source code. Next, how you can get how you can do modification. After modifications, how you can compile. Next, how to install that modified version. All these things, it's not just only one line stuff. We require to do n number of things, then only it is going to be modified. But it's a separate topic already discussed in our material. Don't worry at all. Clear, right? Okay, what is the meaning of that? Respond. Yes, it is most of the Unix commands, Linux commands are developed in C language. Okay, it is developed in C language. I will show the source code. If you are not feeling comfortable, you can modify based on your requirement and you can tell that is your own flavor. Okay, like so, sir, it is the first, it is the freeware, Next and after that, it is open source software. Okay, Linux is the operating system which is developed based on Unix. Remember this one, Swarup. Unix is the base operating system. Linux is the next level operating system. Okay, which is developed based on Unix only. Okay, like next, do you know, sir, what is the first word? Can you please tell? What is this one? Freeware. Freeware. We are not required to pay single paisa to use Linux. What is the second word, sir? Open source software. These two words together, it is considered, yeah, it is FOSS. Sir, it is a technical word, FOSS. What is the meaning of FOSS? Freeware, do you know? Freeware and open source software. Open source software. Here, I hope you people can see. Freeware, FOSS, FOSS. Sir, some people are going to use like next. It is a multi-user operating system. Remember this one. It is a multi-user operating system. Sir, how many users can work simultaneously? Multiple users can work simultaneously. Yeah. So there is some Ashish Reddy is asking one small doubt. Okay, sir, observe the remaining people also. You may have the same doubt in your mind. If we are able to modify this, then there may be a chance of security issue. Like we have permission concept, we can change that. Yes. We have GNU license permission is there. GNU license permission is there. We can perform the changes, no problem at all. We can distribute our changes also. Ashish Reddy. Okay. There is a chance of security issues like nothing. So that is your own flavor. That is your own flavor. No one is going to, because only authorized person only can change. That changed thing can install only authorized person. Don't worry about it. Won't raise any security issues. Ashish, getting? Yeah. Next, is a Windows multi. Yeah. Windows is also Windows Server is the multi-user operating system. Yes, it is also multi-user only. So Windows Server is the multi-user operating system. Sir, do you know Linux or Unix? It is the multi-user operating system. How many people can use simultaneously? Multiple people can use simultaneously this Unix operating system. Do you know? Whenever I'm going to, if I'm going to do that, sir, here just observe that. Here just have a look once. Currently, which user? Durga user. Okay. Currently, which user is a Durga user. Like now, observe a bit very carefully, right? Okay. Who am I? Who am I? Okay. Like now, observe Durga. Yes, you, Durga 1. Okay, here just observe that Durga 1. Now just observe that who am I? Now Durga 1. Have you observed, right? Are login at the Durga? Now the current user is Durga 1. Current user is Durga 1. Something like we can at a time multiple users can work simultaneously. Okay, like it is multi-user operating system, right? Next, it is multitasking operating system. Multitasking operating system, right? Okay, it is the multitasking operating system. At a time, how many activities we can do? Multiple activities we can perform simultaneously. Multitasking operating system. Sir, I can run. There are some jobs in the background. There are some jobs in the foreground. Okay, like multitasking operating system. Okay, like next, I have one small doubt, sir. Okay, sir, here do you know? It is most of the people are having one small doubt, sir. Whenever I'm using the word Unix or Linux, okay, in their mind, sir, everything we have to perform come from terminal only. From terminal only, just everything we have to perform from command line interface only. Okay, from terminal or command line interface only. Okay, like, but if it is the Windows, sir, it is the GUI based. It is really, sir, it's a very easy for us. But here, everything we have to perform by using GUI based, sir. Anyone having this type of feeling? Can you please confirm? Yes, friends. Yes. Anyone having this type of feelings or Windows or Linux, everything we have to perform from black and white screen only. Black and white screen only. But if you are using Windows, colorful screens are there. It's the GUI based, but that is the CUI based. It's also one reason why I irritate Linux. Everything we have to perform. Everything we have to perform from command prompt only. Like anyone having such a type of feeling, friends? Have you observed, right? So I'm executing the command from the terminal. This is in the Windows we can use the word, it is a command prompt, but in Linux we can use the word it is a terminal. Okay, like sir, can you please confirm? Can you please confirm? Anyone having such a type of feeling? Yes, friends. Yes, there are some very beginners are there. That's why we can customize color. Means, I mean, my intention is everything we have to do from the command prompt only. Okay, like anyone having such a type of feeling, remember that. In the olden days, Linux or Unix flavors are okay only CUI based. But now we have both the GUI based and the CUI based. Okay, remember this one. So it is user friendly. Okay, it is user friendly and supports both the CUI based, and GUI based. Remember this one, sir. What is the CUI? What is the CUI? What is the meaning of CUI, son? Anyone can you please tell? CUI, what it means, sir? Can you please spell out? So everyone can aware GUI. What is the meaning of GUI, son? Graphical. Respond. Graphical user interface. Sir, CUI means command line. Okay, command line user interface or command user interface or character user interface. You can use character user interface. Okay, command line CLI, command line interface, character user interface. So every operation we have to perform in the form of commands only from the terminal. Such a type of thing is UI, right? But sir, most of advanced flavors of Unix or Linux are supports both the CUI and the GUI, no problem at all. Best example, here in my system Ubuntu is there, sir. Assume Ubuntu is there. Now I want to create one directory. Okay, sir, open here new folder. Okay, Durga classes. Okay, I want to create a directory. Now automatically Durga classes directory got created. Okay, don't worry. Most of the people are always feeling that it is the CUI based. No, it is GUI based and the CUI based. Most of advanced features, most of advanced left flavors are supports even GUI also. Okay, like one thing, sir, here this is like sir, this is my own, I created my own directory I created, right? Okay, that's all, sir. Now the next thing what I have to discuss is now observe a bit very carefully, sir. Here I want to create one folder, new folder. Here just as far observe new folder, just right click, new folder, new folder, some Python material like I'm taking, sir. Just now create. Now automatically the folder got created. Just like on Windows, how you can create a directory, man? How you can create a directory in the Windows operating system? Do you know, sir? We are always right click, new folder, something like the same type of thing is possible. Most of Linux flavors also. Any doubt about this? Can you please? So first the feeling, Linux or Unix means black and white screen, no colors in our life. Such type of feeling better to remove from your mind. Okay, here also colors are possible. Okay, next I install Linux on my own. I will show the installation, don't worry at all. Next, the second important thing here, just observe that. Multitasking, you already aware, right? You should not ask this question. What is the meaning of multitasking operating system, sir? Okay, we can do multiple tasks simultaneously. Is the concept of multitasking. Okay, we can do multiple activities simultaneously, parallelly. Such a type of execution is what? Multitasking operating system. Okay, like next here I have one small doubt, sir, about this one. Yes, here just take a bit very special care about this one. What is the important conclusion is CUI and GUI. Okay, most of the people always going to love GUI or CUI. Array, what about your favorite? If I ask you, array, choose only one, either CUI or GUI. Please confirm. Yeah. Good. Good. Everyone is going to choose GUI. Yes, obviously it is more user friendly. I'm using only one word, Rahul. Can you please choose either CUI or GUI? What about your preference? Yes, most of the people are always going to prefer GUI because we are already habitized with the colors. Okay, we are already habitized with that. So mostly Windows itself is that like. But here I have one more small doubt. CUI and GUI, which is more powerful, sir? Which is more powerful? CUI is the powerful or GUI is the powerful? CUI is the powerful or GUI is the powerful? Okay, remember that. CUI is more powerful than this bloody GUI. Okay, small activities only supported by GUI. Okay, big activities also can be performed by using CUI. Okay, a small command can do a big activity which may not be done that much easily by GUI concept. Okay, well, sir, can you please tell any example, right? Sir, now my requirement is, array, can you please create 20 directories? Okay, directory 1, directory 2, directory 2, directory 3. Sir, in the Windows environment, we can use folder, but in the Linux environment, we can use the word directory. Both the things are same. Don't worry much. Okay, dir1, dir2, dir3, dir4, like, sir, I want to create, sir, some 10 or otherwise some 50 directories. Can you please create? Okay, this is my requirement, right? So in the GUI, how you can create? Can you please confirm? I want to create in the GUI, sir. So first I have to right click. Next, and after that, new dir1. Okay, one completed. Okay, it's already there. Maybe dir1. Next, and after that, new dir2, new dir2. Okay, like dir2. Next, and after that, new dir3. How much time it is going to take? Can you please confirm? How much time you have to, if you want to create some 50 directories? If you want to create some 50 directories, then how much time it's going to require? Minimum, yes, definitely at least some each directory is going to take 1 minute, or otherwise 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Minimum almost around 45 minutes minimum it's going to take. But if you consider Linux, do you know the power of GUI? I will explain. Just have a look once, sir. Let me go to my desktop. Okay, let me go to the desktop. In the desktop, sir, here these are the things are available. Let me remove this. Okay, these things are already there in my desktop, sir. Now let me open my terminal. Okay, let me open my terminal. mkdir. How many directories you want to create, sir? dir 1 to 50, dir1 dot 50. That's all. A single command completed, sir. Khatam ho gaya. If you want, just observe how many directories got created, sir. How many directories are going to be created? 50 directories by default got created. If you want, you can 1 minute, sir. Where will be created? 1 minute, I will show. Don't worry at all. Here, just observe where, sir. Here, just what is about my current working directory? /home/Durga1 is my current working directory. Sir, now here it is there, but instead of that, this is my home directory, right? Okay, in the home directory, have you observed, right? dir1, dir 1 minute. This is the home directory. 1 minute. Oh, the problem here is there is a small issue is there. What is the issue here is, sir, I used Durga1. Have you observed, right? Durga1. Let me go to / here. Just observe that. So here, let me go to my, just 1 minute, log out. Who am I? Okay, Durga. Just I changed the user, right? Now let me go to desktop. I'm taking. Okay, now I'm in the desktop. mkdir dir1 dot 50 I'm trying to take. Now observe that. Let me open, sir, in the desktop. Can you please cross check dir1, dir2, dir3, dir4, dir5, and how many directories got created, sir? 50 directories. Okay, are you seeing? Was there ready? Swaroop, everyone in the position to see 50 directories we just created, right? Just a matter of one small command. Creation, right? But in every directory, assume now the power you can say in every directory. Can you please create? Sir, some 100 files, 100 files named with file1, file1, next file 2, file 3. Okay, like 100 text files I have to create, sir. Assume that in every directory, 100 files I have to create. Assume that. Array dir1 empty, nothing is there. dir2 empty, nothing is there. dir3 empty, nothing is there, sir. I want to create 100 files in every directory. 100 files I have to create, sir. What I will take is touch command. Okay, touch command can be used. Sir, mkdir command can be used for? Please confirm. What is the purpose of mkdir command? The name itself indicates. Already it is there in the Windows also. mkdir command can be used to create directories. Of course, I will explain in detail. To make a directory, to create a directory. Touch command can be used to create empty file. Now observe that inside dir, sir, here inside every directory from 1 to 50. Can you please create files? File, sir, 1 to 100 Can you please create 1 to 100? Now, how many files, total how many files will be created? Can you please confirm? A single comment. Total how many files will be created? In every directory, 100 files. Such type of directories are 50 are there. 50 into 100 is 5,000 files will be created. Just a matter of one click. Now observe. Yes, created, friends. Created. Sir, where is the proof for that? You people may ask. Let me open dir1. Now dir1 contain 100 files. Yes, friend. 100 files are there. Excellent. Now let me open dir2. dir2 contain 100 files. Let me open dir50. dir50 contain 100 files. Are you in the position to understand? That is the beauty of command line interface. That is the beauty of GUI. That's why don't love GUI. Sir, it is just a decorated thing to do small activities. But the powerful thing is always what? GUI. So just love GUI, but not GUI. Clear, right? Yeah, you can. Swarup. Clear for all of you, right? Not required to keep any explanation about this terminology. Ashish ready. Just I'm showing array GUI is powerful, that's all. Okay. But all the options we will discuss in detail next level. Why you have to worry at this stage? Just to create basic idea. That's all. So now onward, can you please tell if I'm going to use the word array, can you please choose either CUI or GUI? Which thing you are going to choose? Which thing you are going to choose? CUI or GUI? Is it CUI or GUI? Don't choose GUI. It is a temporary small activities only. Okay, like highly recommended. Better to go for CUI concept. Okay, like next up. Ashok, why double dot user instead of single dot? What is the meaning? Where you observed that? I didn't get. Oh, okay. In the command you are seeing, right? That is the convention, that is the thing, that is the syntax we require to use to specify range. Yeah, Ashok, that is the syntax we should use. It is the regular expressions. Okay, like next and after that. Okay, next, sir, another reason. Sir, anyone is asking, why you choose Linux when compared with the Windows or when compared with many other operating systems? Okay, like so highly recommended. You people, you have to tell that yes, it is more secure than Windows operating system. Okay, remember this one, sir. Windows operating system. Sir, why Linux is that much popular? That much believable operating system for real-time applications. This is also one reason. Remember this one, sir. It is more secure than Windows operating system, than majority of other operating systems, right? That's why highly recommended. Compulsory we require to go for this Linux in the real time. The people are always using all real time applications. 90% of real time application are hosted on Linux platform. The reason for that is security is also one reason. So no third party person can enter in our system. No third party person can copy their script. No third party person can execute their script on our system, because here we have two levels of security is there. Okay, permissions concept must be there, which is not available in majority of operating systems, right? Okay, two levels of security is there, which is more secure than Windows operating system. There is some concept named with the file permissions. There we will discuss in detail. Don't worry at all. Wow, good. Everyone in the position to understand what is the meaning? What is the, yes, very rare, Ashish. Don't worry at all. Permissions are unique. Even expert also can't do anything in that area. If you are not having the permission, you can't enter into our folders first. Outside person is not allowed to enter in our directories. Yeah. Any explanation is required about this terminology up to this? Just I covered only 2 points. Array, what is Unix? It is an operating system which is created in 1960s. There are a lot of extensions and improvements to the base version. Okay, that improved version we are always using these days. Okay, like next, what are various characteristics of Unix? Array, why you are always choosing Unix or Linux? Then everyone in the position to choose, sir, these are various reasons. Can you please spell out? Can you please spell out the reasons? Yes, friends. Why you are choosing Unix or Linux when compared with other operating systems? What the reasons? Any 2 or 3 reasons? The first biggest reason, it is the freeware, it is the open source, it is the multi-user operating system, it is the multitasking operating system. Okay, next, it provides both the GUI support and the CUI support. CUI is more powerful than GUI. Next, and after that, it's more secure than other operating systems. That's all. With these words, definitely interview person is going to be convinced with your answer. Don't worry at all. Clear? Not required to keep any explanation about this one. Okay. Next, what are various flavors of Unix or Linux? Okay, flavors of Unix. Flavors of Unix. I told already, right? Sir, here, yes, Unix operating system is open source or not? Yes, friends. Can you please tell, is it a open source or not? Open source. Source code is open. Source code is open. Yes, Unix is open source operating system. Open source operating system. Okay, multiple flavors. Multiple flavors. Multiple flavors are available with a lot of extensions and improvements. With a lot of extensions and improvements. Multiple flavors are available with a lot of extensions and improvements, right? Okay, like sir, which things? Can you please spell out any flavors? Like, okay, Ubuntu. Have you ever heard about this one? Respond just now. Whatever flavor we are using, is that this is the Ubuntu. This is the Ubuntu, sir. Are you seeing at the top Ubuntu? Okay, at the top you can see Ubuntu 3, Ubuntu, like, okay. Next, sir, Ubuntu. Any other things? Red Hat Linux. Red Hat Linux. It is the licensed version, sir. Red Hat. Next, have you heard about CentOS? CentOS is similar to Red Hat. Okay, remember that CentOS. Next, Fedora. Next, and after that, Slackware. Okay, next one, Slackware. Next, Open Solaris. Open Solaris. Slackware, Open Solaris. Next, do you know Open Solaris? Next, Kali. Kali, yeah, something like Kalika Mata. Okay, Kali. It is also okay. It is also one flavor, right? Next, do you know there is one very funny name is there, sir. Do you know I have 2 kids, so twins. Okay, like my their age is almost around 2.5-3 years around. Do you know my kids are always so if they require to go to the bathroom, mommy susu. Okay, like mommy susu, like, do you know, like there is one flavor is there with susu name also. Okay, Suse. Open Suse Linux enterprise server. Linux enterprise server. Suse Linux enterprise server, like, okay, this is some people may use the word SLES. Suse, like, next, and after that, Open Suse. Maybe this may be what we call licensed version. This may be freeware, something like Open Suse. Okay, like we have. Okay, remember, like, sir, can you please spell out how many flavors are there? Yes, friends. Anyone, can you please confirm total how many flavors are there for the Linux? Hurry, respond. How many flavors are there? Almost how many? How many? Can you please count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8, 9, something like. How many flavors are there? Okay, like almost around 9. Okay, don't feel 9 flavors are there. Don't feel 9 flavors are there. There are multiple flavors are there. Okay, don't feel 9 flavors. There are multiple flavors are there for the Linux, right? Okay, which flavors are there? Okay, remember that, which flavors are there? Okay, like multiple. Don't feel sir covered only 9. That's why 9 flavors are there. Like there are multiple flavors are there. there is one website is there, distrowatch.com. Can you please observe that? What is the website name? Distrowatch.com. Yes, it is going to provide majority of the Linux flavors, friends. Okay, now have a look once about this. Distrowatch.com. Sir, put the back. Yes, here just observe a bit very carefully about these things, right? Sir, are you seeing? So page hit ranking, okay, like sir, MX Linux, next Manjaro, Mint, Debian, Ubuntu, Elementary, Solus, Jorin, Fedora, Deepin, okay, KDE Neon, okay, Anti-X OS, okay, like Cent OS, okay, like are you seeing Kali, okay, Puppy, next and after that light, L Ubuntu, like sir, are you seeing, right? Almost there are multiple flavors you people can see. There are multiple flavors you people can see. Sir, these are the top 100. Remember this one, top 100 hits. Sir, like do you know there are? Don't feel just the only few Linux flavors are there. Hundreds of Linux flavors are available, friends. Any doubt? Everyone in the position to understand? So most of the times, do you know, there is one important point I have to highlight here. Okay, so just there is one very important word I have to tell. What is the important word is, sir, do you know, anyone aware how to ride bike? Yes, friends, how you can ride a bike? Everyone aware, right? Most of the people, not most, everyone. Bike riding, man, everyone, sir. What there inside? Sir, now which bike you are currently using? Can you please confirm? Anyone? What bike? What is your bike name? Ayo, no name. Unicorn, Lona, Apache, Shine. Okay, like yes, Pulsar. Okay, Bullet, CBZ. Okay, 1 minute. I have one small doubt is there, sir. Now my doubt is, if I give another bike, can you drive or not? That's my doubt. If I can give another bike, can you drive or not? Yes, friends. Yes. Is it easy or not? What there inside? Maybe 1 or 2 minutes you may feel a bit difficult. 1 or 2 minutes, or otherwise 10 minutes you may feel difficult. But after that, everything is the same. Correct, right? Okay, it's a very easy. So the same thing you people should aware. All these flavors, base version is always the same. Are you getting? If you can show 1000 Linux flavors also, for all these flavors, base version is always same. Base version is always the same. That's why. So almost 80 to 90% of functionality is the same. Remember this one, sir. 80 to 90% of functionality is the same. If you are using, sir, if you learn one flavor, you can work on any flavor very easily. Remember this one. Are you getting right? Okay, for all these things, the same thing by default will be there, because all these are derived from same base version. That's why. So if you all these flavors have lot of similarity, if you are perfect with one flavor, you can work on any other flavor very easily. That's why. So don't worry, sir. If I'm using Ubuntu, you can use Red Hat Linux. If I use CentOS, you can use Fedora. No problem at all. No problem at all, right? That depends based on organization they are going to choose. Ashok. So there is no standard. This is the flavor the people are going to use. Nothing. That depends on their requirement, right? IBM people are there. IBM, their own version of Linux is there. Okay, HP people are there. HP UIX, there is their own flavor they are going to use. So Red Hat, most of the times, do you know, Red Hat, the people are going to use Red Hat Linux. Okay, so that's why if you are what flavor you are learning, on what flavor you are working, don't give that much importance, because 90% is always the same. Yes, correct. Ashish Reddy. All the commands, whatever we are discussing on Ubuntu, sir, are going to work on remaining flavors. Don't worry at all. Any doubt? What are various flavors are there for Linux operating system? Not required to keep much explanation about this terminology. Clear, friends? So, up to this, we covered the basic introduction. What is the Unix or Linux? Okay. Next and after that, so what is Unix? What is the importance of Unix or Linux? And then what is Unix? It is an operating system which was created in 1960s with a lot of improvements and extensions. Now these days the people are using. What are various characteristics of Unix? Next, which flavors are there for the Unix? Okay, like these are the things what you people should aware.
On the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the
Sir, in the last video or last session, sir, we covered very clearly about what is Unix, what is Unix. Next and after that, characteristics of Unix, characteristics of Unix we discussed. Next, sir, flavors of Unix we covered already. Okay. So the good thing related to flavors is there are multiple flavors are available. There are multiple flavors are available. So if you work with one flavor, so you can work with any flavor very easily. Remember that. Okay. If you work with one flavor, you can work with any other flavor very easily. That's what you people should aware, right? Okay. Next thing, what I have to discuss is just there are two more important points are there. Okay. Components of Unix. Components of Unix like, sir, what are various components are there? Components of Unix. Okay, like, sir, just take a bit very special care about this one. Sir, here, have you remembered? I told already for you people, what is the purpose of, what is Unix? Can you please tell in a single word, what is Unix? Unix or Linux? What is Unix or Linux? Respond. What is Unix or Linux? It is operating system. Only one word. That's all. I don't want to listen much. It is an operating system. What is the purpose of operating system? Can you please tell? Operating system. Okay, well. What is the purpose of operating system? Single word I want. What is Unix? It is an operating system. What is the purpose of operating system? Okay. So it acts as an interface, which is the technical word I don't want to use. User can communicate with the hardware. So to communicate with the hardware components, user requires some special software. That special software is nothing but operating system. Okay, well. Now my question is, assume that, here just observe that, assume here user is there, sir. Okay, assume that user is there. Okay, like, now here my hardware components are there. Okay, this is assume that hardware. Okay, just a easy understandable form I'm taking. I may change this diagram, right? So to work with the hardware, compulsory user requires some special software. That special software itself is considered as operating system. I can use the word, this is an operating system. Okay, now just observe a bit very carefully. Operating system, it may be Unix or Linux or Windows or anything, sir. Anything, Unix or Linux or Windows or something like. So it is an operating system. Okay, is by using this operating system, user can communicate with the hardware components. Okay, clear. Not required to keep any explanation about this. Up to this is the clear. Any explanation is required? Yes. Can you please confirm? Everything is clear. Now my question is a simple, sir. This operating system basically contains two important components are there. Sir, how many important components? So two important components. Two important components are there, sir. Two important components are there. Okay. Any operating system contain two important components are there. Okay, like, sir, the first component is what the first component is? Okay, shell. Remember that. Can you please spell out what is the first component? Shell. Shell. Second component is anyone? Can you please guess second component? Anyone? Can you please guess second component? Kernel. Okay, remember this one. The first component is shell. Second component is kernel. Okay, remember this a bit very carefully, sir. Kernel, right? So two important components are there. Okay, like sir, here assume that. Okay, like this part is shell. This part itself is the shell. And this part is kernel. Okay, kernel. Okay, like operating system, shell, and then kernel. Like now, sir, take a bit very special care about this one. Sir, now observe, in our operating system, two important components are there. The first one is the shell. Second one is a kernel. Remember this one, sir. First one itself is the shell. Second one is the kernel. Like, sir, now you can understand very easily in this diagrammatic style. Okay, just observe that a bit carefully, right? So what is the role of kernel? What is the role of shell? Okay, sir, everything has its own responsibility. Take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Okay, sir, I can use the word, okay, user can communicate with the operating system. Sir, which component, sir? Which component user can communicate? Okay, with which component user can communicate? Is he can communicate with the shell or kernel? Okay, shell. Remember this one. Shell, it is. Sir, here it is outer layer of operating system. Okay, remember this one, sir. Shell. If I talk about shell, it is outer layer of Unix operating system. Of course, any operating system. It is outer layer of operating system because user can communicate with the shell only. Okay, it is the outer layer, right? What is the job of this shell? Very important, sir. Okay, sir, now observe carefully. Here, if you observe that, okay, now I'm taking here, this is the terminal. Assume that, sir. This is the terminal. Now what I have to take? I'm writing a command. Okay, just array, can you please create touch command, Unix batch dot txt. Okay, like I took, sir. Touch command, Unix batch dot txt. Okay, like I'm taking. Now my question is, okay, take very special care about this one. Whenever user types touch command, whenever user types touch command, here what it has to do is, so who is going to take this command, sir? So the first thing you people should be aware, shell reads the command provided by end user. Okay, so shell reads command provided by user. Okay, shell reads a command provided by user, like first thing, right? Next, shell will check is this command is available or not. Okay, remember a bit very carefully, sir. All these things, shell will check is it valid command or not? Is it valid command or not? Okay, remember that. So how it is going to check? Shell having that ability, don't worry at all. Shell will check is it valid command or not. Okay, like now if it is not a valid command, immediately shell is going to write, "Hey, there is no such type of command. Why you are using this command?" Like immediately error we are going to get. If you observe that, okay, now I'm taking touch 123 command. I'm trying to take, sir. Touch 123 abc.txt I want to create. Observe a bit carefully, right? So immediately I'm getting touch 123 command not found. Who is responsible to provide this command? Please confirm. Who is the responsible to provide this error? Who is the responsible to provide this error? Shell itself is the responsible. Okay. Now observe. Shell reads a command provided by end user. Shell will check whether it is a valid command or not. Next, so shell will check, check, is it properly used or not? Properly used or not? Okay, like, so shell will check, array, it's a valid command, but he didn't use properly. Whether this person is using properly or not, it is going to check, sir. Okay, remember that. Now observe that I use a touch command only, but I use a Durga option Durga abc.txt. Array, touch command is there, but this option is not there. But what is the, sir, here he didn't use invalidate for urga, something like, it is telling invalidate for urga, something like, suppose here cal command is there to display calendar, right? Array, now I'm taking, sir, this year. What is the meaning of this year? Array, there is no meaning. Array, cal command is there, but you didn't use properly. Not a valid here. You didn't use properly. Okay, like, so everything related to our command is going to be checked by shell. Are you in the position to understand, right? So shell reads our command provided by user. Shell will check whether it is a valid command or not, and whether it is properly used or not. Okay, like, everything my shell is going to check. Sir, if everything is proper, now observe very carefully, sir. If everything is proper, then shell, what the shell is going to do is, now observe that shell interprets. What the meaning? Anyone, can you please spell out? Interprets. Okay, sir, what is the meaning of interprets? Means converts. Interprets that command into kernel understandable form. Can you please spell out? So if everything is proper, then shell interprets or converts that command into kernel understandable form, and hand over that to the kernel. Are you in the position to understand? Okay, just observe. These lines are very, very important. What it's going to tell, sir? It is going to talk about what is the roles and responsibilities of shell. Shell reads our command. Okay, shell will check whether it is valid command or not. Whether it is valid command or not. Okay, so shell will check whether it is valid command or not. Okay, next, shell will check whether it is properly used or not. Okay, if everything is proper, then shell interprets or converts that command into kernel understandable form and hand over that to the kernel. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Yes, friends. So now, so shell job completed, right? Okay, as per our diagram, shell job completed. Okay, up to this. Now here just take a bit very special care about the next level. Okay, like, now what is the next level? Yes, correct, Swarup. Just like our Java C command. Java C command is always responsible to check syntaxes, all these things, right? That Java C command, okay, just like our Java program, at operating system level, shell is the responsible for that activity. Okay, correct. Next, so this is, so I can use the word shell acts as interface. Shell acts as interface between user and the kernel. Can I use the word? Is it correct word or not? Sir, is it correct word or not? It acts as interface between user and the kernel. Okay, like, now you reached at a kernel level. Sir, everything is proper, sir. Command is valid, properly used, now converted into kernel understandable form. Now it is hand over to the kernel. Now what the kernel is going to do is, kernel is the responsible to execute that command and provide required result. Finally, who is the responsible to execute the command? Finally, kernel itself is the responsible to execute that command and provide the results. Remember a bit very, very carefully about this terminology, right? Up to this, any doubt? Yes, friends? Then shell interprets or converts that command into kernel understandable form, hand over to the kernel. Now kernel is the responsible. Kernel is the responsible to execute our command. Now here I can use the word kernel. Okay, just observe that, sir. It is the core component of, it is the core component. It is the core component of Unix operating system. It is the core component of Unix operating system. Operating system. Yes, observe carefully, right? It is the core component of Unix operating system because it is the responsible to execute our commands, right? Obviously, it is a very important part. It is responsible to execute our commands. Okay, so finally, who is the responsible to execute our commands, right? Kernel is the responsible to execute our commands. Next, to execute our commands with the help of hardware components. Remember this one very carefully. So who is going to communicate with the hardware components? Anyone, can you please tell? Who is the responsible to communicate with the hardware components? Kernel is the responsible to communicate with the hardware components. Remember this one, sir. Okay. Next, sir, memory allocation. Okay. If any memory allocation, next processor allocation. Okay. All low level activities. Processor allocation, memory allocation, processor allocation will takes care by kernel. Remember this a bit very carefully about this terminology, right? Okay, so if any person is asking what is the purpose of kernel, kernel is the responsible to execute our commands, kernel is the responsible to communicate with our hardware components, kernel is the responsible for memory allocation, kernel is the responsible for memory allocation and processor allocation, which are required to execute our commands. Clear, right? Now can I use the word it acts as interface between? You have to tell. It acts as interface between? You respond. I forgot. As per our diagram, it acts as interface between, kernel acts as interface between shell and hardware components. Okay, shell and hardware components. It acts as interface between shell and hardware components. That's all. So terminology is the very clear for you people, right? So how many important components are there? How many important components are there in our operating system? Unix operating system or Linux operating systems are two main important components are there. The first one is shell, second one is kernel. Sir, what is the job of the shell? The job of the shell is to read our command. Will validate whether it is valid or not, will validate whether it is properly used or not. If it is properly used, everything is proper, then convert that command into kernel understandable form and execute that command. Okay, I mean convert and hand over to the kernel. So finally, kernel is the responsible to execute that command with the help of our hardware components. Remember, this shell and kernel, these two components are by default considered as operating system. Any doubt? Yes, friends. What are various important components are there inside our operating system? These are the two important components are there in our operating system. Clear, right? Okay. Well, now here just take a bit special care. Sir, here I'm using only one command. Assume that one command I'm using, sir. Now observe that maybe here I'm using, just observe that I'm using one command, sir. Okay, clear command I'm using. Okay, clear my screen. Next, date command I'm using to display date and time. Cal command I'm using to display current month calendar, something like that. Don't worry at all. This is now my important question here is very important point. Take a bit special care, sir. What is my important conclusion here is, sir, here how many commands I'm using? Can you please spell out? Only one command at a time. I use a cal command, or otherwise I use a date command, or otherwise I use a clear command. Okay, like we are using one by one like. But sometimes my requirement is I want to do a big task. I want to do a big a big task. A big task I have to do that, sir. To do a big task, we may require a multiple commands. Okay, multiple commands we require, sir. First command, second command, third command, fourth command, like. Sir, now observe, instead of executing these commands one by one, what I will do is, I will write these commands inside a file. Okay, first command, second command, third command, fourth command, like all these commands inside a file, and I will execute that file at a time. I will execute that file at a time. That file is by default considered as script. Remember this one. That file itself is called script, which is also known as shell script. Remember, right? Which is also known as shell script. Okay. Script, don't think too much about script. Script is nothing but a group of commands. Are you getting? We will execute that script directly. That's all. Okay. Sir, can you please guide? We didn't get much, you may ask. Here, observe carefully, right? Here, what I'm taking? Sir, I'm taking, don't worry about this one. Okay. Sir, here I'm taking gedit test.sh. Okay. Editor. I open one editor. Don't worry, sir. How you can execute all these things, I will explain. Don't worry at all. Now, I'm trying to take here first command, cal command I'm taking. Second command, date command I'm taking. Now observe, first command, cal command, second command, date command I'm taking. Next, third command, hello, echo command. Echo means just like our print statement. System.out.println or print statement. Hello friends, welcome to Unix world. Welcome to Unix world. Okay, like I'm taking, sir. How many commands are there total? Please confirm. Array in this file, how many commands are there? Respond. How many commands are there? 3 commands. Okay. Save. Like you can write 1,000 commands also. Okay. Next, don't worry much about this. We will discuss in detail. Right. Now I have one file is ready. What is the file? Test.sh. Okay. Now I'm taking, sir, something like I'm taking some. Don't worry at all. Test.sh means what I'm taking, array for the user, execute permission I'm using. What is the meaning of this one? At this stage you can't understand. So to execute any script, okay, we have to give execute permission. Just I'm using in the shell script. I will discuss in detail. Don't worry, sir. Okay, now here just observe that test.sh I'm taking. Can you please observe? First cal command executed. Second one, date command executed. Third one, echo command executed. Are you getting? Just if you execute test.sh, now all these commands one by one executed or not? Hey, respond. Correct or not? Okay. Sir, now observe. Now my shell is taking the commands from not from the user, from the application. Are you getting? Now the command is taking, now the shell is taking the commands from this test.sh, test.script. I mean, this is called a script or application, right? Okay. Now, so I hope everyone got a basic idea. Sir, what is the shell script? Shell script is nothing but nothing, sir. At very top level, simple word, a group of commands. Are you getting? A group of commands. The people who are coming from Java background, sir, we have batch file is there. Have you remembered? In Java, we can use .bat. Batch file is there. All the commands in Windows, we will keep inside a .bat file, and we will execute that batch file. Automatically, all the commands from the command prompt will be executed. In Windows, we can use the word batch file. Simple terminology, similar kind of terminology, the shell scripting. Okay. Okay. Just a ch mode u plus x, what it is doing, we are giving execute permission for that script. We will discuss in detail. Just now my question is, why I cover this one is, now I want to change this diagram into more technical terminology. Okay, it is a more commonly used diagram I want to use. Now observe this a bit carefully, sir. Here, okay, now have a look once. Just here, like here something is there. Okay, now here okay, like actually if you open any Linux operating system books or websites, so you may have these type of things, user or applications. Now sir, this person is a shell. Okay, this person is what is this person? I forgot. Anyone, can you please tell? kernel. Okay, and this last component is what is this components are? Can you please guide what is these components are? This component is hardware. Okay, like sir, this component itself is the hardware. Like I hope terminology is very clear for you people right now. So the commands whatever provided by either user or application, these commands can be read by shell. Okay, shell will validate these commands. If any, sir, if everything goes fine, convert into kernel understandable form and hand over to the kernel. Now kernel is the responsible to execute those commands with the help of hardware. That's all. This is shell and the kernel. These two components are by default considered as operating system. So user and the hardware, in the middle some software is required. That software itself is considered as operating system. Clear, right? Okay, this diagram anyway, this diagram is for easy understandable, but this is the original diagram. If you want from any books the people are going to use. Now what is the meaning of user? What is the meaning of application? Application means our scripts. Clear, right? Yes, Swarup. Yeah. Okay, next there is one command execution flow. I want to talk about the command execution flow. Here just observe this one, sir. Not required to keep much explanation about this one, because already we covered we covered here. Just nothing is there, sir. Here just take a bit very special care about this one. Here execution flow. Just 1 minute. Okay, sir, it is a very simple terminology. You are not required to worry, sir. The next thing what I have to take, sir, command execution flow. Command execution flow. Command execution flow. Okay, like sir, we covered whatever we covered up to this is the same. Just let me show into a small table form. Okay, like sir, here observe carefully. Very easy thing, sir. You are not required to worry. End user types a command on the terminal. Okay, something like a touch sunny.txt. Okay, remember, sir, any doubt related to the first box? Please confirm. Are you facing any doubt about this one? Okay, well, next, sir, commands will be submitted to the shell. So once user types and click enter button, now the command will be submitted to the shell. Okay, shell will check this command is valid or not, and whether it is properly used or not. Okay, if it is not properly used, error message will be displayed to the terminal. If it is invalid or otherwise it is not properly used, it is going to display error message will be displayed to the terminal. Okay, like next, here if it is proper, shell interprets that command into kernel understandable form and hand over to the kernel. Okay, like next, kernel execute that command and perform required action. Okay, remember this one, sir. Kernel execute that command and perform required action, and again dollar prompt will be displayed to the kernel, which indicates ready for next command. Remember this one, sir. What is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of this one, sir? Here just observe this a bit carefully, right? Sir, I'm taking here, just observe carefully. Here I'm taking, sir, here just observe, touch abcdef.txt. Can you please create this file? So now, so first shell took this command, will validate, everything is proper, hand over to the kernel execute that command, perform required action, and then again dollar prompt will be displayed. Have you observed? This is called dollar prompt, ready for the next command. Okay, can you please provide ready for the next command? Are you in the position to understand what is the meaning of this line? Yes, again dollar prompt will be displayed to the terminal, which indicates ready for the next command. Any explanation is required? Yes, friends. So yes, are you feeling any difficulty to understand what internally will happen? Okay, like sir, if the with the same name already file is there, then it is going to tell that boss, this file is already there, how I can create this new file, like we will get error message. Don't worry at all. Okay, now take a bit very special care. This is what you people should aware. Now can you please observe, can you please read this word whatever there on the screen? Can you please read this one? What is this? Respond. What is this one? Dollar prompt. Regarding what is this one? Dollar prompt. Prompt. Okay, like sir, do you know here dollar prompt which is ready for the next command? Just now I showed which is ready for the next command. Next command, right? Okay. Now my question is, take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? What is the next? Take a bit very special care about this terminology. Here in Linux, there are two types of users are there. First, before that, sir, everyone, can I expect everyone can understand what the meaning of this one? Please guide. Please confirm. Yes, whatever I explained theory, the same thing only. Just I kept in the boxes style, flow chart style, nothing for easy understanding. I repeated. Okay, at least if I repeat second time, you may get much clarity, right? Beyond that, nothing there. Okay, now take a bit very special care about this one. Here in Linux, there are two types of users are there. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. Two types of users. Normal user. What is the other one? Okay, normal user. What is the other one? Two types of users are there. Okay, what is the other one? Good. Hacker. Oi, don't think Satyendra. Don't think always hacker point of view. Okay, in the Linux environment, there are two types of users are there. Normal user. Second one, super user. Super user is also known as root user. Remember this one. Super user is also known as root user. Root user. Okay, like sir, normal user always most of the Linux flavors dollar prompt will be there for normal users. Remember this one, sir. For super user or root user, sir, this is hash prompt will be there. Don't get confused. Sir, in my system, I'm not seeing dollar prompt. I'm seeing some other prompt. Okay, it is varied from flavor to flavor. Next, in general, dollar prompt means normal user. Hash prompt means super user or root user. Some people may use the word admin user. Okay, like all. But officially, sir, these two words are more popular. Root user. Okay, or root user or super user or admin user, like we can always use this type of terminology, but more meaningful, better to use either super user or root user word. Okay, like now here in my system, who am I? Durga is the normal user because I'm getting normal dollar prompt. Okay, sudo hyphen I. Sir, what is the purpose of this command? Later I will discuss. Don't worry at all. Here Durga. Now suddenly, which prompt is coming? Can you please observe that? Earlier dollar prompt is there, but now onwards which prompt is coming? Hash prompt is coming. What is the reason for that? Is now who is the sir? Now if you want, you can ask who am I? Now observe the root user. Are you seeing the difference, right? Okay. Who am I earlier? Durga. From Durga, if you want to switch it to super user, sudo hyphen I is the command we require to use and provide the password. Now who am I? Root user, sir. Now you will become root user. You are not Durga. You will become root user. Okay, like. Oi, everyone in the position to understand. Okay, sir, dollar prompt and hash prompt, two types of users. Like don't worry, because we are at very beginning. All these things in detail we are going to discuss in detail next level, sir. Sir, I want to go back to normal user. Exit means log out. Again normal prompt came. Who am I? Durga. Okay, like Swarup, getting right? But how to install? Linux, all these things we will discuss. Just aware the terminology first. That's all. Okay, these two words also you people should be aware. Dollar prompt and hash prompt. What is the difference like? Dollar prompt means normal user. Hash prompt means super user or root user or admin user. Okay, like so. This is about what are various components of Unix, and then sir, what is the command execution flow? Okay, next sir, what is the meaning of sudo -i? Very much sudo -i to switch to super user, to switch to super user, sudo super user can do, sudo super user do, that is the meaning, right? Sudo -i, can you please switch to super user, like clear, right? Swarup. So super user only there. If you are going to use sudo -i again, so super user to super user, such a type of terminology is not there. Only two types of users, either normal user or super user. That's all. Okay, next sir, can you please explain about some basic commands? I want to see, sir. Sir, up to this, are you feeling any difficulty to understand how many components are there in the Unix operating system? There are two types of components, two components mainly, shell and kernel. Next, what is the job of shell? What is the job of kernel? Next, and after that, what is the command execution flow? Next, how many types of users are there? Okay, how many types of users are there? Like it's a very clear for you people, right? Next, sir, I want to practice some commands in your system. It is already there. In your system, it's already Linux is there, but we want to see some practice. So can you please do some favors, sir? Like I will provide one small online Unix terminal. Okay, it is not my creation, sir. It is available in the web for any person. Online Unix terminal is there. Happily you can practice, sir, your work, small commands to enter into Unix world. You can practice, like sir, what is the website is http www sir dot mass work. Sir, what is that? Observe that mass work dot yet slash JSUIX. This is the command. Okay, this is the website, sir. JS, JavaScript based Unix. JavaScript based Unix. Like let me open this one. Okay, like sir, of course, just copy paste this one for all. If you want, you can just check. Not now, after the class. Okay, now observe this one. Now have a look once, sir. This is JSUIX terminal. What is the JSUIX terminal? Okay, why it's not? Reload this page. Yes, here have you observed, right? At the beginning. So scroll down. Okay, like here, just observe carefully. Maybe the problem is here 110 100. Here just I hope it is visible for you people, right? Okay, 150. Like sir, here this is the JSUIX terminal. Open the terminal. Okay, don't worry, sir. It is an Unix like OS for standard web browsers, written entirely in JavaScript. Do you know this one is developed? It is a free terminal. Any person can use. Don't worry, son. Over the web. Next, it is developed purely by using JavaScript. Next, we can access by using any browser. It comprises a virtual machine. Next, shell, virtual file system, process management, and brings its own terminal with screen and keyboard mapping. Next, for overview of implemented commands, have a look on the complete. Here, if I click this one, which commands are supported, it is going to provide, sir, man pages for, okay, which commands are supported, like clear documentation is there. Have you observed? Yama used this command, right? Respond. cal command. Am I used this command? Yes, I used this command. Next, have you remembered somewhere chmod u plus x, like I used this command. I used this command, clear. Next, I used this command also. Okay, this command, date, display date and time. Echo command also I used this command. Exit command also I used. Have you observed, right? All these commands supported here also. Okay, like don't worry, sir. Next, one more thing, sir. That's all. These are various things. Next, open terminal. Okay, like open, login. It is asking for login. What you have to take? You can log in. You are not required to do anything. Just guest login as a guest. No problem at all. Guest login. Now terminal is ready. Are you getting right? At the top you can see terminal is ready. Now you can use your whatever commands you require happily you can use from this terminal, so that you people will enter into Linux sir world or Unix world, right? Okay, like sir, now some commonly used basic commands I want to talk, sir. The most commonly used basic commands. Okay, I will execute on this online editor, online terminal. Don't worry. The most commonly used basic commands. The most commonly used basic commands I have to talk. Now, the first command is pwd. Anyone, can you please tell what is the meaning of pwd? Array, respond. Pwd. I used already this command in our class once. Pwd. What is the meaning of pwd? Oi, respond. PWD. Okay, present working directory, current directory. Excellent. Don't tell password. Don't tell password. No. PWD means okay, print working directory. Print working directory is called PWD command. Print working directory. Sir, what is your current working directory? Current working directory, like you should aware. Next, here see this one. See this ls. Anyone, can you please tell what is the meaning of ls command? ls. Okay, list down all files under directories. List down all files under directories. Okay, ls command means list out all files under directories. mkdir. I will use. Don't worry, sir. mkdir. What is the meaning of mkdir, sir? To create or make a directory. Sir, to create or make a directory. Directory, like you should aware. Remember this one. To make a directory. Okay, 1 minute. Why? Yeah, to make a directory like, okay. Sir, next thing, what you people should aware clearly is here. Just observe that. Okay, sir, this is just I will show. Don't worry at all, sir. All these commands. Okay, the next thing is, sir, I used cd. What is the meaning of cd command? Please confirm. What is the meaning of cd command? Even in our Windows also, everyone familiar, right? Change directory. cd means change directory. Okay, next, sir, touch command. Touch command. I told already. What is the purpose of touch command? To create an empty file. Sir, that word is the very important. Empty file. Sir, I don't want to create empty file. I want to create a file with some content. Then different approach we have to use. That part I will take care. Don't worry, sir. Next, if you want to create a directory, what the command I used? If you want to create a directory, what is the command I used? mkdir. If I want to remove the directory, what is the command I have to use, right? rmdir. Okay. What is the purpose of rmdir? To remove a directory. Okay, like. Next, sir, I created a file. I want to remove that file. What is the command? Please confirm. Anyone, can you please confirm? I created a directory, but I want to, can you please tell what the command to remove a file? To remove a file, what is the command I require to use? rm command. Sir, to remove a file. Okay, remember, to remove a file, rm directory. To remove directories we can use rmdir, but to remove a file in general we are always going to use rm. But when compared with rmdir, rm command is more powerful. The waste command is the rmdir. What is the reason? We will discuss in detail. Sir, never recommended to use this bloody command. To remove directory also, you have to use rm only. What is the reason? Why? What is the reason for that is there's a big problem is there. Okay, like next to remove a file. Okay, now here just observe 8.1. Sir, my requirement, display current month calendar. To display current month calendar, Swaroop is asking, sir, what is the difference between file and directory? Directory means folders. Directory means folder, dir2, dir3, like. Sir, these are files, titles, VMware, these are things are by default considered as files. Normal files, text files, script files, these are files. Directories means folders. Okay, like. Now, sir, here just observe to remove. Next, cal command. Can you please spell out what is the purpose of cal command? To display current month calendar. Current month calendar by default. Okay, to display current month calendar, right? Next, date command. Just aware, date command, sir. Display, do you know current date, current systems, current date under time, today, current date. What is the current date under time? Next, do you know help command is also there? Help command is there. Help command to display list of commands. Array, what are various commands are available? Can you please help the list of available commands? To display list of available commands. Available commands. To list of available commands. Sir, here help command is there. Next, clear. I used already this command. Anyone, can you please tell? Clear. To clear terminal. Okay, to clear terminal, like a clear command is there. Next, exit. I used already to log out the session. Are you getting? To log out the session, like. So now observe, these are various commands we used. Okay, like. Next, hello command is also there. Okay, hello. What is the purpose of hello command? Please respond. Hello. Boss, if I'm using hello, like, immediately you are going to tell, hello, I'm Durga, so I'm so and so, like. So if you want to ask, hey, hello system, what about your information? Can you please tell hello? To display brief system information. To display brief system information, if you want, then better to go for a hello command. Okay, like. So these are various important commands, whatever we have, just basic commands, right? Just to enter into our world. Okay, like. So now I have one small questions. I want to check what is my current working directory. What the command I have to use? Hey, respond immediately. I want to get current working directory. What the command I have to use? pwd command. Excellent. Sir, I want to list down all files and directories present in my system. What the command? ls is the command. Next, I want to create an empty file. What is the command? I want to create an empty file. Touch command. I want to create a directory. What is the command? I want to create a directory. mkdir. I want to remove the file. Remove a file. rm. Okay. I want to remove a directory. rmdir. I want to remove a directory. rmdir. Okay, like. Sir, I want to list down all available commands. What is the command? I want to list out all available commands. Help command. Oh, don't get confused. Help means list out all available commands. Hello means just a brief system information it's going to provide. Next, I want to clear terminal. What is the command? Clear terminal. Clear is the exit. Means for which purpose we are going to use exit? For which purpose we can use exit? Exit means to log out the current session. Okay, like I want to display current system date and time. Date and time I want. Then date is the command. I want to display current month calendar. Current month calendar, CAL. Okay, like multiple commands are there. Let me execute these commands in the online editor. Time command, I'm not sure, Swarup, just we will discuss in detail, don't worry. Okay, there is sleep command is there, not time. Time command is not there. I mean, why you are having the doubt, I'm sure. Okay, sir, date means you are going to get only date. I want only time, then automatically we require to go for time command. That's is it your doubt? No, here what only time if you want, there is a possibility with the date. Date can provide both the date and the time. I want only date, only time. Yes, the same command is going to provide, but small options we require to use. That part we will take care. Time command is not there. Okay, like now let me go for here my online editor. Okay, already login. So now what I have to take is, let me cross check, sir, PWD. 1 minute, sir. This is the very important word. All the people, please listen a bit very carefully. Okay. All the people, please take a bit very special care about this one. What the doubt is? What is my important conclusion is? Listen carefully, sir. Do you know? Is the Linux is a multi-user operating system or not? Yes, friends. Either Linux is the multi-user operating system or not? Yes, multi-user. How the file system is organized? That is the very important. Just get the basic idea. Sir, here the topmost file system starts from root. Root means just a simply forward slash. Okay. In this root, there are multiple subdirectories are there. Remember a bit very carefully. Sir, bin directory. Okay. Next, devices directory. Of course, all these things we will discuss. Devices directory. Okay, like multiple subdirectories are there. In this, there is one subdirectory is there named with the home. Can you please spell out? What is this one? Please spell out, everyone. What is the subdirectory? Home. In this, for every user, a separate folder will be created. Suppose Durga user is there. Durga, a separate folder will be created. Next, Ravi is there. A separate folder will be created. Sir Shiva is there. A separate folder will be created. So, for every user inside a home, a separate folder will be created. In this folder, now you can work, sir. Okay. This is called user home directory. What is the user home directory for Durga? User home directory for Durga. Once you log in, where you will be there? /home/Durga. Okay. This slash means root. In this root, home subdirectory is there. In the home subdirectory, Durga subdirectory is there. This is called home directory, user home directory for Durga. What is the user home directory for Ravi? Can you please confirm? What is the user home directory for Ravi? Please, everyone, can you please type? What is the user home directory for Ravi? / means root of Linux file system. In that home subdirectory is there. In that Ravi is there. Okay, like now this one will become, okay, user home directory. Okay, well, now in this online Linux terminal, with what user I login? Have you remembered? In the online Linux, online Unix terminal, with what user I login? Have you remembered, right? Guest. Once I login, now I will be in my home directory. What is the user home directory for the guest? Respond. User home directory for guest. Okay, like slash, it will be there, slash, in that home will be there, in that guest. Okay, remember this is called user home directory. Okay, where is the proof for that? Just print the PWD. PWD means print working directory. What is the answer we are going to get? /home/guest. Okay. Are you in the position to understand, right? Okay. /home/guest/home/guest. This is the user home directory. Is it visible for everyone? I respond. Is it visible for everyone, right? Yeah. Now observe a bit very carefully about this one. Sir, /home. What is the meaning of slash? Slash is the root directory of Linux file system. In that home is the subdirectory. Inside home guest is the subdirectory, right? Sir, now let me go to cd ... Okay. Go back. Now I will be in which directory? cd means change directory. cd ... Go to previous. Now observe that. PWD. Okay. Now you are in home directory. Let me go to back again. Now you will be in which directory? Okay. Here just observe the root directory. Are you getting the point, right? Root. In the root, okay, in the root directory, home is the subdirectory. Inside home directory, yes, we have, okay, guest subdirectory is there. Okay, like, sir, I want to clear the screen. Clear. Okay. Now, so here just observe. Swaroop, just concentrate on. At last I will. Sir, here that's all. This is about how you can, how just PWD command. Now what I want to take, let me go to again my working directory /home/guest. Okay. Now, sir, what is my current working directory? /home/guest. Clear. Okay. Well. Now, in this current home directory, user home directory, which files are there? Which directories are there? Yes. Nothing is there. I didn't create any file. I didn't create any directory. Nothing is there. Nothing is there, sir. Okay, like, now what I have to take is, I'm trying to take here is, sir, mkdir Unix classes. Okay, like I'm creating a directory. Yes, let me cross check. Now, is it there or not? Yes, Unix directory is there, sir. Okay, well, now in this Unix directory, let me enter into that directory. cd Unix classes. Okay, like, sorry. cd Unix classes. Okay, classes, like I'm taking, sir. Now, observe, sir, PWD. Now I'm in which location? /home/guest/Unix classes. Okay, like, so it is there currently in this location. Okay, well, in this location, yes, nothing is there. Let me create an empty file. Touch material .txt. I'm taking, sir. Touch material.txt. I'm trying to take. Okay. Now observe a bit carefully, right? Okay. Now this file is there. Sir, what is my current working directory? Yes, sir, this is my current working directory. Next and after that, which contents are there? Material.txt is there. Okay, like, sir, I want to remove this material.txt. Can you please guide what is the command I have to use? I respond. I want to remove that material.txt. rm material.txt. rm file name. Yes, removed. Now observe, nothing is there. Okay, now you are in which location? Okay, like, now go back. Okay, cd ... means go back. Now, sir, if you observe PWD, ls is there, like Unix classes. Now I want to remove this Unix classes. What the command? Please respond. What the command? Just now I told, I want to remove Unix classes. Better to use rmdir Unix classes. Okay, that's all. Removed, sir. Okay, like, removed like, okay. Now, sir, I want to check what is the current month calendar. Okay, like, this is the current month calendar, right? March 2020, sir, 23, something like, we are getting current month calendar. Now, I want to do, sir, now, What command used to undo the file? Yeah, Ashok, 1 minute I will answer. Yeah, here just observe that. Okay, here just observe a bit carefully. I want to check my system date and time. Okay, sir, 1:10:54 something like we are having 1:10:54 something like this is my current system date and time. Okay, well, now my question is, okay, here just observe that help list of available commands. Have you observed, right? Now all the things you can see. Sir, more space means all the things by default you are going to get help command, right? Next, hello boss, can you please spell out? Can you please spell out some information about you? Sir, this is information like so it is going to tell. Okay. Next, I want to clear the terminal. Clear. Next, I want to exit the terminal. Exit to log out the session. Exit is the command we require to use. That's all. Exit. Again, it's asking for log in. Have you observed? Are you feeling any difficulty to understand this one? Okay. These basic commands. Yeah, was they already? Maybe tree command is there, but here it is going to support or not, we have to check. Here in this, are you seeing anywhere tree is there? Yes, tree is not supported here, but in our Linux, tree command is going to support. Don't worry. Okay, next up. Sorry, the file created. Yeah, very important, sir. Take a bit special care about this one. One small thing I have to do. One small thing I have to explain. So Ashok is asking one interesting point. Sir, by mistake I deleted a file. I want to undo operation. I want to restore that deleted file. Can you please help? What is the command I require to use? Like, yes, Ashok, is it your doubt? Ashok, is it your doubt? Okay, I removed a file. I removed a file by mistake. I want to restore that file. So the most valuable, very important point in Linux, it is impossible to retrieve a deleted file. Okay, if you delete means Control Shift Delete only. Permanent delete, shift delete, permanent delete. It is impossible. That's why before using RM command, you have to take very special care. Okay, by mistake if you are using RM command, then so sometimes you may lose your job also. Take special care. Okay, recycle bin, such type of terminology not applicable for the Linux. Thermal, clear? Case sensitive, Rahul Sharma. But by default Unix is there is no way to retrieve. But maybe some special softwares, maybe, no guarantee for that, but officially not there. It is not possible to retrieve deleted file. Next, all these things are case sensitive commands. Don't try to use capital letters, lowercase or uppercase. Here whatever lowercase characters only I used. Linux itself is the case sensitive. If I use CAL, it's going to work. Capital CAL, no guarantee it is not going to work. Cut, copy commands also there, Saina. Just I told, most commonly used basic commands. Don't feel these are the only commands. Oh, there are n number of commands are there we require to use. Okay. Yes, time zones also available. Ashok. So as of today, there is no direct way to recover, to restore removed file, but indirectly maybe some special software, but by default operating system level, if anything is deleted, that's all deleted. Permanent delete. Ashok, getting? Okay, yes, for all flavors, shell and the kernel are common for all Linux based, Unix based flavors. Okay, that's all. This is just what is the basic operating system general information for you people, right? Have you observed up to this what we covered? Sir, just introduction. What is Unix? What is Unix? Everyone in the position to understand what is Unix. It is an operating system created in 1960s with several improvements we are using. Next, what are various characteristics or features? Characteristics or features of Unix we covered already. Next, and after that, flavors of Unix. Flavors of Unix we discussed. Next, sir, what are various components? Components of Unix we covered. Sir, how many components are there for the Unix? Like next, shell and then kernel we discussed. Next, and after that, how, sir, here workflow. How the, sir, here just command execution flow. Command execution flow. How it is going to be happen? Yes, I covered already. Next, and after that, online Unix terminal. Online Unix terminal. Okay. Terminal we discussed mass work terminal. Next, and after that, very basic commands most commonly used commands. Okay, if you aware this, I'm sure, sir, you are entered into Unix or Linux world. A big congratulations for you. Clear, right? So there is no special name for the backslash. Backslash means here root directory. Normal. Okay. Prompt means, do you know, just a terminal. Beyond that, nothing. Prompt means a terminal. Okay, here terminal is there, right? This is called dollar prompt or dollar terminal. Okay, nothing. Just interchangeably we can use. Yeah, Saurav, I will show how to install your operating system. Okay, that is installation is the separate topic is there. I told, right? So there I will discuss how to install. Just a practice as of now with the, okay, as of now just a practice. So with the online terminal. That's all. So in the last session, just let me review for 2 minutes before going further. Okay, in the last session, just we had a discussion about what is Unix, what is Unix we covered. Okay, next, what are various features of Unix? What are various features of Unix? Unix we discussed. Next, what are various flavors of Unix? Flavors of Unix we covered. Next, and after that, flavors of Unix we discussed, right? Next, components of Linux operating system. Sir, how many components are there related to the Linux operating system? Next, after discussing components, next, command execution flow. Command execution flow we discussed. Command execution flow we covered. Next, after completing command execution flow, next, even we discussed about some basic commands, with the online editor, some basic commands execution with the online editor. That's all. These are the things what we covered in a single word. Can you please tell what is Unix? Anyone, can you please tell, sir? In a single word, I don't want to listen multiple things. What is Unix? It is an operating system. That's all. It is an operating system. Okay, that's all. What are various features of Unix? It is, anyone, can you please tell, sir, 3 or 4 points, whatever we covered yesterday, features of Unix. It is freeware. Okay, it is the freeware. We are not required to pay single paisa to use Unix or Linux operating systems. Okay, like next, it is open source software. Okay, it is the freeware, open source software. Next, do you know, sir, this is next, it is a multi-user operating system. It is a multitasking operating system. Multitasking operating system supports both GUI and CUI. CUI is more powerful. Next, more secure than other operating systems. Okay, more secure. That's all. If any person is asking, can you please talk about okay, what are various features of Unix operating system? Sir, freeware, open source software, next multi-user operating system, multitasking operating system, next supports both the GUI and the CUI, next more secure. Next, some people are having the bigger doubt. Sir, what is the difference between Unix and Linux? Unix is the operating system which was created in 1960s based on Unix operating system. Unix, like based on Unix operating system, the next level operating system is the Linux. Okay, Linux is the next level operating system, sir, which is developed based on Unix only. Okay, that's all. Nikhil, are you getting that? So next, sir, what are various flavors of Unix are there? Okay, there are multiple flavors are there. At least 5 flavors. Anyone, can you please tell? Ubuntu is one flavor. Okay, Ubuntu is one flavor. Next, Mint is one flavor. Kali is one flavor. Next, do you know Kali? Red Hat Linux. Red Hat Linux is one flavor. Next, SUSE. Okay, SUSE is another flavor. Like multiple flavors are there. Okay, like multiple flavors of Unix is there, sir, for you people. Just CentOS, Fedora, like multiple flavors are there. Next, the components of Linux, sir. Sir, total Linux operating system contain 2 components. One is, can you please spell out, sir? I forgot. One is shell. One is shell. Second one is shell. Second one is what is the second one? One is the shell. Second one is kernel. Okay, one is a shell. Second one is a kernel. Shell is the responsible to interpret our commands, to check our command is valid or not. Next, to check our command is the valid or not, is properly used or not. Everything is going to take care by shell. Sir, kernel is the responsible to execute our command. Next, the command execution flow means the same. Shell reads the command and it validates whether is it valid command or not. Is it properly used or not? If it is valid, it is properly used, then interpret into kernel understandable form and hand over to the kernel. Okay, now the kernel is the responsible to execute that command. Okay, that's all. This is the command execution flow. Next, basic commands with the online editor. Some commands I explained, but all these commands we are going to discuss again. Don't worry at all. Okay, like so. That's why this part not required to repeat, because in detail we are going to discuss soon. Okay, that's it. This is the things what we covered in the last 2 videos, right? Okay, like sir, now the next thing what I have to discuss. The next thing what I have to discuss is just observe a bit very carefully, sir. Sir, here just a bit simple terminology. Sir, this is the topic 2 we have to discuss. Linux file system. Okay, observe that Linux file system. Okay, like sir, how the file system is there? File system is defined in the Linux operating system. Okay, Linux file system compulsory. You people should have clarity, right? Okay, so before talking about Linux file system, of course, the other part of that. First, we have to discuss types of files in Linux. Remember this one, types of files in Linux. Sir, one very important point, sir. Do you know any person coming from Python background? Anyone is there in the class? Sir, I'm coming from Python background, or I know Python. Anyone there from this? Sir, have you remembered? There is one standard statement is there. In Python, everything is treated as a file. Correct, right? Sorry, everything is treated as object. Correct, right? Everything is treated as an object. Okay, like so in Python, everything is treated as an object. In Linux or Unix, everything is treated as a file. Remember this one, sir. Everything is treated as a file, everything. Even your device also treated as a file. Even your directory is also treated as a file. Remember this one, sir. This statement. In Linux, sir, everything is treated as a file. Remember, right? So even directories, even devices also simply treated as files only. Okay, like please make sure you people should have clear clarity, right? Next, all files in the Linux operating system are divided into three types. Remember a bit very carefully, sir. All files in the Linux operating system are divided into three types. The first one, normal files. Okay, normal files. Normal files are ordinary files. Normal files are ordinary files. Okay, the first one, normal files are ordinary files. The second ones are directory files. Okay, just observe a bit very carefully. I will discuss in detail directory files. Second category. Third category is device files. What is the third one? Device files. Okay, remember a bit carefully about this terminology. Okay, here just observe the terminology clearly, right? So total, how many types of files are there in the Linux? Anyone, can you please spell out, sir? How many files are there? Okay, please respond. Don't be silent. Three types. What the first category? Normal files are ordinary file. Second ones are directory file. Even third ones are device files. So in Linux, everything is treated as a file. This is the very important point, sir. Okay. In Linux, everything is treated as a file. All files are divided into three categories, right? Sir, what is a normal file or ordinary file? Okay, just like our normal abc.txt array text file is there, or otherwise test.java like even binary files also considered as the normal or ordinary files only. Remember, right? Okay, so normal files, these files contain data. These files contain data. These files contain data. It can be normal text file, normal text file, or binary files. Normal text file or binary files. Binary files means what? Images, video files, audio files, audio files, etc. Okay, like so it can be either normal files, like abc.txt, or otherwise video files, or otherwise audio files, like so normal text files are binary files. So this is the first category what we have. Suppose best example abc.txt. Next one after the test.sh, sir, script file, test.sh, test.py, Python file. Okay, next sunny.jpg. Okay, like image file. Next here bahubali.mp4. Okay, like so these are type of things are by default considered. Yeah, normal files are ordinary files. So any doubt about this one? Please confirm. Are you in the position to understand, right, what the first category? Yeah. Don't worry at all. There is one small point I have to highlight for you people, right? Yes, video files also binary files only. Ravi Shankar, video files, everything. Video files, audio files, all these things are binary files. Binary. The data won't be available in the normal text. Have you observed, right? Ravi Shankar. Video files also by default consider the binary files only. Okay. Next, here one small thing. Okay. Here Vasudeva Reddy is asking a small doubt, sir. But anyway, it is not correct time to talk about that. But just for your information, have a look once. Sir, if I use just like ABC, is it a normal file or not? Okay, like this is the first doubt. There is another Rupesh is asking one doubt. Here just Rupesh doubt is .py file is which file? Okay, sir, .py. Okay, if I can take test.java, which file it is? Generally which file it is? Java file. Regarding Java file, .py means Python file. Okay, Python file. Okay, Python programming language file. Sir, this is a test.sh script file. Remember this one? Script file. Okay, script shell script file. Sir, is next. It is not binary file. All these things are normal files. But these two things are by default considered as binary files. Images, video files, audio files, these kind of things which doesn't contain character data, these things are by default considered as binary files. Rupesh. But these things are normal text files because these files contain is just a normal character data. Okay, like. Sir, here one small thing I have to discuss a bit very important point is sir, here just observe that if I use just like ABC, just like ABC, is it a normal file or not? Is it normal file or not? Yes, sir, take very special care. Sir, one thumb rule in Linux, everything is treated as a file. Everything is treated as a file. Yes, this is one thumb rule. Like sir, another thumb rule is there. Okay, just for your information sake, just I'm taking, sir. In Linux, the file extension is not important. Remember this one. The file extension is not important. Okay, based on our content, the Linux can identify file type. Remember this one, sir. Extension, abc.txt, test.sh, these type of things are applicable for Windows operating system, but not for Linux. In Linux, file extension is not important. Based on our content, Linux can identify file type. Is it clear? Respond. Are you getting the point right? Okay, sir, here please make sure this point is the very important, sir. Even in the next time also you should not ask this type of doubt, sir. If I'm not using extension, what is the type? Sir, the type will be decided based on the content, not based on the extension. Okay, like so just yes, here just observe that Sainath, what if files contain txt and binary? No problem at all, it is treated as by default binary only. Binary means images, man. Okay, based on the content only it is going to decide. Okay, here one small, just a matter of 1 minute, I want to tell for you people, right? Here just observe carefully. Here my point is 1 minute. Let me start. Okay, here suppose I had one file is there, sir. Assume that my file is sunny.jpg is there. Okay, can you please tell what is this file? Now can you please tell what is the type of this file? Respond. What is the type of this file? Can you please tell? Yo, can you please tell what is the type of this file? Sir, it is the binary file because it is the image file. It is the binary file. So this is the convention we are using in other operating systems. But in Linux, what will happen is, sir, it never going to worry about extensions. Immediately it will check, is it internally binary data is there, character data is there. If it is the binary data, character data, simple it is going to tell it is ASCII text file. It never going to worry about .jpg. Remember this one, it's always internally which content is there. Based on that, it is going to consider. Okay, it never going to worry about extension. Okay, please make sure, sir. Just wait for a minute. I will show that, sir. Okay, just I will show so that you people will get much clarity about this terminology, right? Sir, up to this, Any doubt about this one? So the first category of the files, normal files or ordinary files. Okay, like sir, but anyway, this is a bit extra topic for you people, right? Extra point you should aware. So it files which contain data. It can be normal text file, it can be normal character data or binary data. Sir, anyway, it is considered as a normal files or ordinary files. Okay, like now the second one. Now the second one here, just observe that. Yeah. Now the second one, how these stored in database. Ashish Reddy. Here database, such a type of terminology won't be there. If you are talking about a database, means that a database specific formats will come in the picture. Ashish Reddy. Okay. Sir, it is just like our C drive, D drive, like in our Windows is there. It is just a hard disk, something like. Okay, it never talks about a database. If you want to store these files into the database, then automatically blob, such type of database specific formats will come in the picture. Okay, like sir, now the second one, sir. The second one, okay, directory files. Okay, just directory files. I will show this point, sir. Once my Ubuntu started, I will show this point. Don't worry. Directory files, sir. Have you remembered, right? Just I told, sir. Even okay. Even it is treated as, even directory is also treated as files only in Linux. That's why these files can be used to represent. These files represent directories. These files represent directories. Okay, like so in Windows. Okay, in the last session somewhere we covered, sir. In Windows, we will use folder terminology. Okay, in Windows we can use folder terminology. Folder terminology. But in Linux, we can use sir, directory terminology. Okay, remember this a bit very carefully about this one, sir. So in the normal window, we can use. Can you please create this folder, that folder, like? But in the Linux, we can use the terminology as Linux terminology, right? Okay, like sir. Next, here, do you know? Directory can contain, inside directory which things will be there? Can you please spell out? Yes, friends, in the directory which things will be there? Usually in our folders, which things will be there? So the files will be there. Okay, directory contains files. Directory contains files and the subdirectories also. And the subdirectories also, like sir, 1 minute, have a look once, sir. Here, so my system is ready. Okay, just here, take a bit special care. My system is ready. Here, what I'm trying to take here is, just in the desktop there are several directories are there. Okay, now here, just let me remove all this nonsense from the desktop. Okay, from the desktop. No, here just observe that. Okay, here file 1, file 2, like there are. Okay, so this is CD desktop, like yes, dir1 rm -r dir star. Can you please remove all these nonsense, like? Okay, now observe that only these things are there. Okay, well, sir, now I have one small doubt is there, sir. Sir, this point is a very important point. Okay, just now I covered, right? In Linux, file extension is not important. Okay, I'm creating one file, sir. Okay, just observe a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Touch I'm creating. Okay, touch I'm taking. Touch command can be used to create an empty file. Okay, sunny.jpg I'm taking, sir. Touch, sir, sunny.jpg, like I took one file. Sir, now to check, sir, which command I used here, can you please confirm? Okay, respond. Slowly we will discuss in detail. Don't worry. Which command I use? Touch command. What is the purpose of touch command? Respond. What is the purpose of touch command? To create. Respond. Touch command to create an empty file. Remember, not to create a file, to create an empty file. Array, which data is there in this file? Nothing, sir. So ls-l sunny.jpg. Array, how much data is there? 0 bytes. Okay, 0 bytes. But what about this terminology? We will discuss in detail. Don't worry, sir. It is 0 bytes. 0 bytes of data is there. Okay, it is an empty file. Now, to check a file type, which command we have to use? There is one command, file command is there. Remember this one, sir. What is the command name? Can you please spell out? File command is there to check a file type. File command is there, sir. Now I'm taking file sunny.jpg. I'm taking. Sir, simple, sir. So I can't decide the type of this file because it is an empty file. Are you getting? So I can't decide type of the file because it is an empty file. Is it clear, right? Was there ready? Observe carefully. It is telling that, array, what is the type of this file? Simple, sir. We don't know the type because it is an empty. How we can decide? Okay, like it is telling. Now what I want to take is, okay, gedit sunny.jpg. I'm taking, sir. Okay, gedit. Just I open this file. Hello, friends. Okay, hello, friends. This is character data added in sunny.jpg. I took, sir. Now, can you please tell, is it a text file or image file? Can you please respond? Is it a text file or image file? Is it text file or image file? Normal text, because I added normal text. Even though extension is sunny.jpg, but it contains character data. If you want cat sunny.jpg, all these commands I will discuss. Don't worry. Cat command I'm using to display the content of jpg. What the answer? Sir, this is the content which is there inside sunny.jpg. Now observe a bit very carefully, right? Sir, now I'm asking file sunny.jpg. Hey, can you please spell out type of this file? Type of this file. Like now it is telling, hey, it is ASCII text file. Are you getting the point, right? You used already JPG, but it never going to consider. The Linux is never going to consider your .jpg extension. It is telling that this file contain, okay, text data. That's why it is ASCII text file. Clear for all of you? Any explanation is required? Just at this level. Okay. So it does the basis content, then it will definitely show more than as usual. Maybe. Ravi Shankar, maybe because it has to analyze the content. So whenever you are asking file, then only it is going to analyze. If you are not using, then it's not required. Okay, like so that's what this is. This is the beautiful nature, whatever there. So in Linux, file extension is not important. Clear, right? I don't think you people are going to get any doubt about this one. Okay, in the future, never going to ask, sir, is the extension is important or not? Okay, extension is not important. Suppose I'm using mv sunny.jpg as sir sunny.durga. I'm taking. Okay, sunny.jpg as sunny.durga. Anyone, can you please guess what I'm doing? Ayo. Sunny.jpg, yeah, sunny.durga. What I'm doing, anyone, can you please guess? Don't worry. I didn't explain these commands, but slowly we are going to discuss in detail. Here, mv command we are using. What is the purpose of mv command? Yes, sir, here just we are renaming sunny.jpg with sunny.durga. Remember this one, rename. Now sunny.jpg, no more. It is not available. Now it is renamed with sunny.durga. Let me show here my desktop. Here, are you seeing anywhere sunny.jpg? Can you please confirm? Are you seeing anywhere sunny.jpg? No. Here we have sunny.durga only. The reason is I renamed. Okay. Now, sir, what is the extension I used? Can you please tell what is the extension I used? Sunny dot. Ray respond. What is the extension I used? Sunny dot Durga. Durga extension. Now what is the type of this file? Can you please tell? If I use a file Sunny dot Durga. Can you please tell what is the extension of this file? What is the extension or what is the type of this file? Now, can you please tell what is the type of this file? Yes, ASCII text only. Are you getting extension? Even you are using .Durga, but the type of this file is ASCII text only. Are you getting the point, right? So, it's very clear for you. Extension is not important in Linux. Sir, for files, my Linux operating system never going to consider extension. So, everyone, sir, have clear clarity about this. Not required to keep any explanation, right? Okay, that's all. Next, sir, even directories also treated as files only. Remember that, because in Linux, everything is treated as a file only. That's why including directories also. So in Windows, we can use the term folder terminology, but in Linux, we can use a directory terminology, right? Directory contains files and subdirectories. Okay, that's all. Next, there is one more thing is there. What is the third one? Is device files. What is the third? Third one is device files. Okay, like sir, this is a bit very important terminology. This is a bit very important terminology. What you people should aware clearly, right? Sir, what is the device files? Sir, this is, but in general, in our Windows operating system, we never going to worry that much about this. But here it is also important, sir. Sir, in Linux, everything is treated as a file, even devices also. Remember that. So in Linux, every device is represented as a file. Remember this one, sir. Represented as a file. Okay. So even devices also. Can you please tell devices means your terminal, RAM, motherboard, or otherwise, do you know motherboard, like your internal devices also simply treated as okay, keyboard, input device, keyboard, output device, terminal, like even devices also treated as a file. Okay, next, by using this file, we can communicate with that data. By using this file, we can communicate with that device. Okay, with that device. Okay, yes, drivers, correct, Ashish Reddy. Device drivers are there, right? Okay, by using this file, we can communicate with that device. Remember, sir, even devices also treated as files only. All device related files, where it will be available inside the dev folder. Observe that a bit very carefully, sir. Inside root directory, dev subfolder is there. Inside dev folder, dev folder or dev directory. Inside dev directory, all device related files will be there. All device related files will be there. Any explanation is required? Sir, here one small example, just for basic idea sake, let me cover so that you people can feel more comfortable, I'm sure. Can I go for that? A bit beyond our limit, but anyway, just to create basic idea. Can I go for that? Yes, here just observe device file. I will discuss. Okay. Sir, have you remembered? Sir, very most valuable point I want to talk here. Do you know everything is treated as a device? Even our terminal also is a device or not? Okay. Either terminal also is a device. This terminal also can be represented as a file. Okay, can be represented as a file. Terminal means our console. Terminal is also treated as a file only. By using this file, we can communicate with that device. By using this file, we can communicate with that terminal. Remember, right? Sir, now have a look once. Sir, this explanation is the most valuable, very important. Please take a bit special care. Sir, I can use the word. Is it my terminal or not? Please confirm. Respond. Is it my terminal or not? Terminal means this one, our command prompt. Something like in Windows, we can use the word command prompt. This is the terminal, sir. Okay, well. Now, so even this terminal is also treated as a file only. Sir, where is the corresponding file? Okay, how you can identify the corresponding file? There is one command is there, tty. What the command? Please type each and every person. What the command? So tty. Okay, terminal related file. Okay, if I use this one, now observe that the file which representing this terminal is /dev/pts/0. Okay, inside the root dev is there, inside dev pts is there. Okay, inside pts 0, this file represents terminal. Okay, remember, sir, can you please tell which command I used? Please confirm. Respond. Which command I used? Everyone, can you please respond? Yes, tty command. So, can you please tell what is the file name related to my current terminal? Yes, Swarup, related to current terminal. What is the file? Can you please spell out? Respond. Complete path. Complete path I want. Complete path I want. Good. Was there already? What about remaining people? I know how many people remembered. Can you please? Complete path I want. Yes. Okay. Here just observe /dev/pts/0. Don't get confused. Don't get confused. Better to remember. /dev/pts/0. Okay, this is the terminal related file which is available, right? Okay, well, sir, now in my system, can I open another terminal or not? Array, respond. Can I open another terminal or not? Yes. Why not? Why not? Yes, we can open another terminal. No problem at all. Yes, we can. Okay. Now just let me try to open another new terminal. Okay. Just I'm trying to open another terminal is also there with me, sir. Okay. Now my question is, now observe a bit very carefully, sir. Okay. Now my question is, what is the file representing this terminal? There are total 2 terminals are there. What is the file representing this terminal? Okay, like tty I'm using. Now observe the /dev/pts/1 is the terminal we are getting. Okay, excellent, sir. Now here just observe the terminal 1 means this is the thing we are getting. This is the file. Next, terminal 2, the file is this is the file. This is the file. Now it's very clear. Okay. So every device is treated as a file. Even in our terminal also, for terminal related file is this one like. So now this line very important, sir. By using this file, we can communicate with that device. Sir, can you please explain a small example with respect to the communication, like you may ask? Here, just observe that. Now, currently, I am in first terminal. Okay, listen carefully, sir. Currently, I am in first terminal, like I'm there in the first terminal, right? Sir, now my question is, here just observe a bit very carefully, sir. Now I'm in the first terminal. Okay, like now here second terminal is there. In the first terminal, echo, here just echo, I love Sunny, like I'm taking, sir. Okay, just observe that. Sir, where it has to print? Can you please confirm? Echo means to print. Where it has to print? Can you please tell? Array, respond. Where it has to print? Okay, in the same terminal. In the same terminal itself. I'm not using any other. Sir, what is the answer we are going to get is, yes, I love Sunny. It is placing in the same terminal. Now what I want to do is, whatever output, can you please send this output to the second terminal? Like, can you please send this output to the second terminal? Like, what I want to do is, observe very carefully, right? Okay, echo, I love Sunny. Okay, echo, I love Sunny. Okay, here some symbol I'm using. What is the symbol? Can you please tell? What is the symbol? Okay, greater than. Pipe means Swarup. Pipe means vertical bar. This is the greater than symbol I'm using. Greater than symbol. This greater than symbol is called output redirection. Okay, we will discuss. It is a separate topic of 2 sessions topic. It is there. I will discuss in detail. Don't worry. Redirection. This output. Can you please redirect it to second terminal? Sir, how you can communicate with the second terminal? By using the file. What is the file related to second terminal? Can you please confirm? I forgot. Respond. Each and every person. What is the second terminal file? Okay. /dev /pts/1. Are you getting? /dev /pts/1 is the second terminal related file. Just enter. If I enter this one, yes, I'm not seeing any output here because I send this output to the second terminal. Let me open the second terminal. Are you seeing? Am I getting I love you? I love Sunny or not? Observe a bit carefully, right? Okay, so your charting applications, intranet charting application, how they are going to communicate from one system to another system. This is the style. Okay, one terminal. Okay, one terminal is do you know, right? One terminal, how you can communicate, okay, with another terminal by using that device related is like, sir. Now here just observe that maybe clear I'm using. Okay, clear. What is the command I'm using? Respond. What is the command I'm using? Clear command. Now this clear command, don't do this operation on my system. Can you please do this operation on the second terminal? Redirect this activity /dev /pts/1. Okay. Now observe that. If I can consider this one, yes, here nothing is there because already cleared. Are you getting right? So now observe that every device is treated as a file. By using that file, we can communicate with that device. Yes. Are you feeling any difficulty to understand this one? Yes, friends. How observe? Hurry, you are typing in one terminal, but action is happening in the other terminal. Okay, but action is because it is another person is communicating with other terminal. That's why there is no dollar prompt. Now, if you want to stop this communication, Control C. Okay. Now this is second terminal, not in communication with the first terminal. Okay, clear, right? Was there already? That device is not there like it's going to tell. Okay, that device is not there. If you are trying to do, that device is not there like. Control C means just close the communication. Swarup. Okay, so now observe that usually in our labs, Linux labs in our academics, do you know, right? Here there are multiple terminals are there in our lab. Correct, right? There are multiple terminals are there. Okay, multiple terminals are there in our lab. Like I hope you people may be aware. All these things are connected with the LAN. Okay, in the same network will be there, sir. Suppose assume that this is your terminal 8. Assume that, sir. Here terminal 13. Very cute lady is sitting on this terminal. Okay, from your class, assume that. So in the lab, the people, you know, the students are a bit funny. They are doing this type of things also. Sir, here from is a terminal. What is going to do is just echo. Here, just observe that echo. Just I love you. Okay, like he is just redirected to terminal 13. Okay, assume that redirected to terminal 13. Then automatically this person just from his system is going to type. Automatically it will display on this terminal. So this lady suddenly is going to, this girl suddenly is going to get the shock. Array, from where this message is coming, like immediately what this person is going to do is just clear Clear? Okay. Sir, 13. Okay, clear 13. Immediately, this lady identified and she is telling to someone else, immediately it will be cleared. Are you getting? Immediately it will be cleared. Like in the colleges, college poragal, there are some students are there, right? Young, these people are going to play the games with these commands, man. This is what output redirection. Okay, from one terminal to another terminal. Remember. Are you getting the point, right? Yes, friends. Is it clear for all of you, right? So what is the meaning? So now observe that. So what is the meaning of device file? Everyone in the position to understand what is the meaning of device file. Okay, like so take a bit very special care about this one. So in Linux, everything is treated as a file. Okay, there are total 3 types of files are there: normal files or ordinary files. Okay, ordinary files. Okay, like next normal or ordinary files. Okay, these files contain some data, normal text or binary data, text data or binary data. Like next directory files which can be used to represent directories. Device files can be used to represent devices. By using these files, we can communicate with that device. Clear, right? Okay, that's all. Yes, Swaroop, you can initiate. You can initiate communication, no problem at all. Even the opposite person user control C. Okay, if you use IP for another system, that is what the communication with the remote servers. Okay, for that IP, username, password, all the things must be required. If these people are in the same network, then only it is going to work. Rahul, getting the thing? Yeah. Yes, correct. Okay. Yeah, that's all. This is about how you can sir have terminal, how you can have, sir, what are various types of files are there. Okay, like sir, here just observe that I want to open a terminal, I want to close a terminal. Sir, do you have any shortcut? Yes, Viraj, same as telnet, FTP, SMTP. Have you aware? Okay, such type of things only if it is a remote system. Yes, correct. Telnet is the old Indies concept, already gone. FTP also gone. SFTP also gone. Okay, SSH communication the people are always using. Yes, correct. Okay. So now observe a bit very carefully. Sir, here just observe that anyway at this stage not required, but anyway aware. I want to open terminal. Okay, what you have to take here is I want to open terminal. Here, if I can see show applications like here leftmost corner, here leftmost bottom corner, show applications. Now if I use now here just observe the terminal. Okay. If I use a terminal, now you can open this terminal like, okay, sir, this is one way. If you want to close, you can close like this. Sir, there is another way is there. Control Alt T. Okay, just observe that. Control Alt T. Control Alt T. Control Alt T. T. Okay, like this is to open terminal in the Ubuntu. To open terminal in the Ubuntu, Control Alt T you can use. Next, I want to close this terminal. I want to close this terminal. Then we require to use Control D. Observe that Control D. Okay, close the terminal. Okay, Control D, because we have to open the terminal, close the terminal multiple times. We have to do. Better to have shortcut commands to close the terminal. Sir, Control Alt T. Control Alt T to open the terminal. Control D to close the terminal. Okay, just aware. Anyway, in detail, I will discuss in the next sessions. Don't worry, sir. Sir, that's all. This is about what are various types of files we have. Remember, right? Next, how to check file types. Okay, take a bit very special case, sir. Sir, you are telling directory file, you are telling device file, or otherwise normal or ordinary file. Like So how to check file type? Okay, like how to check file type? Okay, this discussion is again most important. Can you please take a bit very special care about this one? I open the terminal. Okay, just I open the terminal, just and after that here increase the font. Now the important point here is take very special care about this one. Sir, you know, here just observe that, observe a bit carefully. Yes, I'm taking. Yes, I'm taking. Sir, are you seeing? Are you seeing? So multiple colors are there. Multiple colors are there, sir. It is just a white color. Next, this is the blue color. This is the blue color. This is the green color. Green color is there. Okay, like sir, just it is the red color. Red color, like we have multiple colors are there. Correct, right? Yes, friends. Yes, are you seeing multiple colors or not? Okay. So blue color files represents, anyone can you please just spell out? Sir, in Ubuntu, okay, in Ubuntu, blue color files represents, blue color files represents what? Anyone? Represents directories. Remember that. Blue color files represent directories, and all remaining are considered as ordinary files. Okay, ordinary files. Assume. Next, even in the ordinary file, white colors are normal text files. Green colors are executable file. These type of things are link files. Okay, like we have some concept is there. Don't worry, sir. Okay, like but here the problem is these color conventions applicable only for Ubuntu. If you change your flavor, then there is no guarantee same color combinations they are going to use in other flavors. Are you getting the problem right? Yes, friends. Vinod. Now, so Vinod is asking, is it the same for all flavors? No. So it is flavor to flavor, the color combinations are going to be varied. That's why these color conventions are not recommended to depend. It's not recommended to depends on these color conventions to decide whether it is the directory or whether it is the file. Better, so because these color conventions are varied from flavor to flavor, then how you can handle what is the way, sir? So we have to use, observe very carefully, right? We have to use ls command with the -l option. Can you please spell out which command we require to use? No, Ashish Reddy. So it is the Linux operating system is implemented in that style. It is nowhere related to the security. Okay, sir, here we have to use which command, sir? ls command with the -l option. Remember a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Sir, I want to check file type. I want to check the file type. What is the way how you can do that? Sir, we require to use which command? ls command with the -l option. Remember a bit very carefully about this one, sir. So how you can do that? What is the way? Sir, here -l. Sir, observe that. What is the command name? I respond. What is the command name? I will discuss in detail. Don't worry at all. ls is the command name is ls. Listing. ls is the command. Which option I'm using? -l option I'm using, sir. Okay. Now observe that. Okay. This is the answer we are getting. Wow. Wonderful, sir. If I use this command, what is the answer by default we are getting is this is the answer. We will discuss in detail, Ashok. -l means long listing. -l means long listing. Okay. Anyway, we will discuss in detail. Whenever I use ls-l command, this is the thing we are getting. Okay. Now my question is, forget about sir all the things. Don't worry at all for the remaining part. Okay. Forget about all the things, right? So you have to concentrate only on first character. Okay, only on first character. Can you please tell in the first character which things you are seeing? Yes, friends. In the first character, which things, different things, what you are observing? Only first character. Hyphen you are seeing. Are you seeing any other symbol other than hyphen? Other than hyphen, are you seeing any other symbol? Yes, yes, we are seeing some other symbols like. Sir, now take very, very special care. Hyphen means it is a normal file or ordinary file. Remember that, sir. It is the normal file or ordinary file. Next, D means directory file. D means what? Directory file. Directory file. Directory file. L means link file. L means what? Link file. Remember that. L means link file. The first character represents the type of the file. So file2.txt internally pointing to file1.txt. Link we will discuss in detail. Don't worry much about at this stage. Link files is the concept. Minimum one complete session we have to spend on that. Okay, file2.txt internally pointing to file1.txt. It is called link file. Okay, like so if you want to check file type, array, is it normal file, is it dictionary, is it a directory file, is it a directory file or link file, like how you can decide? We have to use ls-l command. Sir, multiple times we are going to use this command. Now the first character, now observe that the first character represents the first character represents the type of file. The first character represents the type of the file. Remember, right? Okay, sir, can you please tell D means what is the mean D? Please respond. What is the meaning of D? What is the meaning of D? D, sir. D means what? Directory file. Okay, D means a directory file. Next, hyphen, just simple hyphen. Hyphen means what is the meaning of hyphen? Hyphen symbol, can you please spell out? Array, what is the meaning of hyphen symbol? Yes, friends. One minute, 1 minute. Yeah, yeah. Can you please cross check? Is it visible, right? Yes, friends. Now you can see the screen, right? Okay. Now take a bit very, very special care about this one. Okay. Here, just observe that hyphen means hello. Friends, can you please confirm? Is it audible? Visible? Yeah. Here just observe that. Okay. Hyphen symbol means, okay, this hyphen symbol means, okay, now take very special care. It is ordinary file. It is ordinary file. It may be binary file. It may be normal text file.